Yo, I put it like wow, this that sound. These oaks don't work hard like me, I hope they know by now. Bayo Bab, stand my ground. Bro, these money trees go overseas like Percy Tau. I make sure you stay around, quiet when I'm under loud. No negatives allowed, me and positivity took a vow. I always play to win, don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop, never ever ever think about the drop.
Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show, and it is Vice Christmas today. It's not quite Christmas. If you still need to go and do your shopping, or if you need to still find an excuse to avoid family members you don't want to see, this is the time to shine. This is the time to make up for all of your mistakes and not being organized in life. And I just thought the greatest part of the pandemic for me is staying away from people I don't like. Never let a pandemic go to waste. I've always said this. Don't let a pandemic go to waste. And not having to see family members I don't like this December is the gift. Shout out Omicron. I'm with a guy who introduced us to some new stuff today. I must tell you, time is truly an illusion. It is truly an illusion. And the Dalai Lama always says, your belief is your reality. That's what the Dalai Lama says. And Paulo, you've introduced me to a whole lot of stuff today, and I'm excited to have you. It's Paulo Diaz, ladies and gentlemen. Very Portuguese guy, very good guy, family man. What's happening, Paulo?
The concept I introduced you to was Portuguese time.
Correct.
So it's neither early or late. It's when I'm there. So when will you arrive? Portuguese time. I'll arrive when I'm there, and then I'm on time.
I'm there.
I'm there. I'm not early, I'm not late.
And I bloody love it.
I'm there.
I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite things. I'm definitely taking that, by the way.
It's in the same WhatsApp group as African time.
And I feel like this one's different though. I feel like there is a strategy, because with black people is actually what they mean is when the sun is... Yeah, which is massive. This one feels like when I'm there, it means you'll be there at some stage. Because with black people, they might not pitch either.
Oh yeah.
We're very capable of that. So it's in the same universe, I would say, of philosophies, but on the polar opposites.
Because when I'm there, it starts.
Yeah. With black,
So you're saying you're the main event?
Oh, when I'm there, it starts.
You don't have to explain it too much. It's almost like, you know, if you say to your wife, I love you, and then she says back to you,
thanks.
Tell me.
then you know, get the spare room ready.
It sounds a little bit like an autobiography there, Father, but let's not get into it.
Just this season.
Hey, that's a lot.
Census Tebe, how you doing, man? After hearing that,
Yes, bro.
have you ever heard?
What?
Thanks to I love you.
it's thanks.
Have you ever said I love you?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's not to be presumed. I have to, as a big time journalist, I have to ask the questions
Yeah,
properly. So you have said I love you.
But I've never received a thanks.
Shot. Imagine that.
Yeah. What are you, part of the boys?
I would say, aw. Yeah, that's tough.
Now you know you're in friend zone there.
Is there still a time that it's still kind of awkward in a relationship to say I love you as we get older, or because I love you can be quite a big word in
Hey,
relationships?
my boy, there's a pandemic now, so no time like the present.
You reckon more guys should go
Hey,
for
bro,
it now?
I know electrifying people there.
There's nothing like death to make people make decisions.
Because death is the fun and it's inevitable.
Somebody said to me once, funerals are the best place to pick, to sort of get into a romantic relationship.
Okay.
People are in that the depths of their emotions. You know, she's raw or he's raw. If you like somebody, go there and we should just go for coffee. Do you think it's a little sadistic?
Yeah, it is sadistic. But then again, as black people, we've got after tears. Hey, where people carry on like, hey, you weren't even there.
Please explain to the rest of the world what after tears is, because
It's an after party for a funeral. That's exactly what it is.
and what happens there?
Oh, people get sloshed.
Yeah,
Big time.
they get active, huh?
Hey, bro.
Paula, still, I mean, it's not awkward to say I love you now, is it? People are dying. It's probably easier to get into relationships or harder. I don't know which one it is. I haven't really thought about it until this very
Somebody
moment.
told me the other day that they went on a physical date with a person they met online over the pandemic, and only recently did they go on the physical date.
And how did that go?
Oh, I didn't go back, so obviously not well. Obviously got lots of good filters. Let's put it that way. That's I don't
Good
know
lighting,
about that. No, I don't know about that. It means you're not that serious to begin with. Because I mean, it's been 18 months. Like maybe if you met in the first 3 or 4 months, then
Yes.
you're getting into it. So I just don't think they were that serious.
But also depends, eh? Maybe they didn't declare their intentions, because when you meet people, you must declare your intention.
Immediately.
Yeah, bruh.
That's tough. I don't
No,
know.
you must though, because the thing is, one thing you know, once you put it out there, people can't call you out and you can't say we're wasting each other's time.
Yeah.
If we're not looking for the same thing, move on.
It's easier as you get older, though. You know, when you're younger, both parts don't know what they want. Unless you're Paulo Diaz and his lady, they met at 15. That's the World Cup of it, right?
That's the MVP though.
'Cause
he knows. He
Paulo,
knew.
we were talking about this situation earlier. We were at breakfast with the guys, and you weren't invited, by the way.
Like I said, I wouldn't have come.
Oh, okay. Well, there's okay.
So both of you.
It works out.
Well played.
Then I don't feel bad.
No, don't worry.
No, because you're second guessing yourself and
No, I would have made an excuse.
No,
for
well,
that.
I gotta be overly aggressive, like, because I did forget to invite him, but now he's being aggressive back.
No. You just trying to save face because you said I wouldn't have come.
No, that's exactly
No,
it.
no,
Now
no.
I'm in my feels about it.
Yeah, that's
oh,
why-
screw you.
yeah.
Oh, I don't want you to come.
It's your retort now.
But we were saying you've won the World Cup. Meet your wife 15, because at that stage, both of you are seeing each other at the worst you'll ever be in terms of age, right?
At your poorest.
Yeah.
You haven't quite developed 100% physically.
Yes.
So you're not like quite at your peak, but you're approaching it.
Awkward
Yeah.
stage.
However, it is a huge risk, because are you going to be Pele or are you going to be Freddie Adu?
What? Oh.
And that you see, and just your reaction there,
my
that's the chance you take. So for every Pele, there is a Freddie Adu.
But then again,
For every Wayne Rooney,
No. Now,
they're in their 20s, so I relate.
the Pele Freddie Adu thing has nailed it. I mean, let's get to a sports show. Wow. That is, and there isn't a better analogy.
No, it's
done,
not.
bro.
It's not. That's it.
Boy, oh boy.
You go in early, you're going to be Freddie Adu or Pele.
Pele, absolutely. Like
There's no
Friday
between.
5. I'm going to tell you the 5 greatest Christmas films of all time, because that's what we're talking about today.
Big call.
I've already got plans for that, and you won't be shocked about my list if you've been watching or listening to the podcast over the last 2 weeks. Some people might say, yeah, this list isn't really a list, actually, now that I think about it. But it's my list. It's the Friday 5 greatest Christmas films of all time. And then we'll talk about the Premier League, what's left of it for Boxing Day, social media, and then Paulo will take us into his mind, which is a weird place. That's why we call it Paulo's Weird World of Football. So that's what it is, you know? Paulo, good to have you.
And it's Jesus themed. My weird world of football.
Okay.
So there's a general theme.
Oh well, but
It works. It's the time. It's that most wonderful time of the year.
do you think Jesus Christ and Santa Claus have words? Because now
This guy.
no, because somebody's
I can't confirm. or
Watch
deny.
South Park. Watch South
somebody
Park.
commandeered somebody's birthday.
I can't comment on that in case Coca-Cola are watching this. I would like to work with them in the future. You just never know. You know. So,
Hey.
you know. That's a good question though. Those are big questions. This is not the show for it. This is just a sports show. The MKT Show coming up on the other side. Following my work colleague's presence in our studio this morning, who is extremely Jewish, right? He is as Jewish as it gets. You know, the real McCoy, the mensch of all mentions, right? And he brought up an interesting point, because Ryan Tinline, who, as we all know, 1/4 ginger, 1/4 white guy, right? Allegedly 1/4 Jewish and 1/4 Irish. But breaking news. At best, Ryan is actually 1/8 Jewish. That was declared by somebody who is Jewish. And Ryan, that must have been quite something for you to hear.
You can't sit with us.
No,
I can't hear you. Definitely cannot hear
Can you
you.
hear me now?
Yeah.
No, I definitely felt a bit stripped of a title, but I'll take an 8th over nothing.
No, that's
That just means I have to do 1 in every 8 things.
Yeah, that's smart. So you can still keep Friday night, but maybe sacrifice, if you choose the cud or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So nothing in life is free. So that did break today. Now, Ryan, at that stage, I thought to myself, is Ryan a liar, actually? Because that was a problem that you told us you 1/4 Jewish, even though it's at best 1/8, because
You did lie though.
it wasn't your mom, yeah.
I was ruled out by, as you said, your Jewish colleague,
Yes.
very Jewish.
Yeah, no, extremely.
When he heard that I was,
I mean, he's
1/4
Jewish.
Jewish,
He's really.
yeah.
No, yeah. he's-
When he heard that I'm a quarter Jewish,
Yeah.
it was an immediate sus thing.
You know what I like about my colleague, especially with Jewish guys, he'll ask all the right questions immediately. He's not a muck about guy. There's a lot of people who try and muck about with it. Hey, we're having a laugh. He asked you 2 or 3 questions and he said, "This guy's
You
not
can't sit
serious.
with us.
You're not serious."
No, but bro, I saw
I loved it.
I saw it today. Guy had a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I know. It was a mess.
You can't do that if you're Jewish.
Why?
Well, he's 1/4 or
Wait,
1/8
wait.
now. Yeah.
Why?
What's that?
Can't mix dairy and meat, my man, if you're Jewish.
Can't even live in the
No,
fridge
but
together,
I have to
actually.
only do 1 in every. Well,
One
it
every-
was
one in every 8,
4,
yeah.
but now it's 1 in every 8 things.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll speak to a rabbi and I'll see who chooses from here. Right. So I just thought.
Do you say who chooses?
Hey.
Do you say who chooses?
No, I didn't say that. But Ryan, I think it's good for you to be humbled like this because you don't just get to decide whether you're a part of a community or not. And, as a personal friend of the Jewish community, I wasn't going to have it. And I'm glad Greg came in here.
Wait, you don't get to decide.
No.
Well, Greg, you can't just wake up in the morning feeling 1/4 Jewish and decide. Well, that's not how it works.
I overheard a
What
conversation
am I,
with
1/4
MKT
Swiss?
and Jane, who works over in Cliff Central.
Yes.
And she said she wanted to make the transition, and you said no, it's not like you can just change the title.
No,
There's
it's
a
not.
course involved.
Yeah, it's not strawberry ice cream or vanilla. That's not how it works.
You have to train first.
Well, it can take up to 7 years.
You're training here.
So we don't. So please, Ryan, I've had just about enough of that. So I just thought I'd bring that up on this fine day that is Vice Christmas.
That's why there's so many Jewish doctors, because 7 years is nothing for them.
Oh, it's a part of the process. Yeah, they've done it before. They've done it before. And listen, I live in an area where there's lots of Jewish people. We get along hand in glove. Or,
Chavez, eh?
sorry, hand in gauntlet.
You're Chavez. You're Chavez.
That's my new thing, Paula. Now I don't say hand in glove anymore. If something works really well, hand in gauntlet.
As you should. There was a weird message as I was coming in. Unfortunately, I'd left the house already
Yeah.
to bring my Thanos. Ryan wanted to see it. And I was like, well, Ryan, look, I know it is inevitable, but I've already left the house.
Get him!
I don't want to bring any, giant purple godlike things to the studio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Think about it. So I feel bad because I feel I overflexed on you yesterday.
That's what
I was just trying to be, hey, look, I got one too.
Do you know what I said? I said to him,
not what he was
I said, no, you're playing poker.
No, you
I'll raise you.
No, it was definitely a flex. It wasn't even a flex. It was just, in cricket, you can choose the light roller or the heavy roller. Heavy roller, immediately.
Yeah.
It's just
heavy
a casual,
roll.
look what I have.
No, it wasn't.
Do you know it's like?
Even though now he's even doing the patronizing voice now.
Do you know what it's like? It's like when Roman Abramovich bought that yacht.
Yeah.
And then he extended it because the Arab guy bought a big one. The Arab guy said, "Let me show you again."
Yeah, that's exactly. His Thanos, by the way, has a Christmas.
I told you
When
you're
did he
in.
get it? Christmas is now.
I was
Here-
going to
here-
say, because our podcast title yesterday was "'Tis the Season of Thanos."
Yeah.
But Paolo actually has the
Yeah,
seasonal
Of Thanos.
Well, I didn't show you the others because I've got.
Infinity Stones. He's collecting them like Infinity Stones. My man. He's done with you.
What do you mean?
So I collect Funko Pops, right? I collect a lot of stuff. So I was saying to Ryan, I don't want to get into that because that's like the Day Glow neon range, right? I just saw a Deadpool one as well now that I want to. And I said, I can't start that because then I have to get all of them. Because I already got all the gold ones. So I've got all the Avengers, but they're gold, right?
This is unbelievable.
He's shredding you.
I don't want to start those. But then I've got Christmas ones. So I've got Spider-Man in a Christmas jersey. I've got Baby Groot in his little pot, but he's got Christmas lights on him.
You must hide that Spider-Man one from James. He'll take it.
Yeah, no, it's mine. I've got Thanos in a Christmas jersey. So I don't have a nativity scene. I got my little Funko Pops, but the Christmas ones.
This is unbelievable.
He's so done.
This is the thing.
Paolo, do you bring them out every year for seasonal decorations?
They're always out,
Oh.
those ones. But then when we do put up all our Christmas decorations, those go on as part of the Christmas decorations.
So who's
Does
the
Thanos
star?
sit at the top of the tree?
No, he sits on like our sort of like TV unit.
I know it's at the top of the tree. Captain America, right?
No, I don't. There was no Captain
There's no
America.
retired
You don't need it.
superheroes
Yeah,
in
you
that
don't
collection.
Nobody needs
I've got Super Mario Brother Christmas baubles as well.
Oh, Luigi!
Yeah, Luigi and Mario. So I've got little green ones with Luigi's face and little red ones with Mario, and they go on the Christmas tree.
So, listen, the competitive side of me came out yesterday after that because it did knock me back. Like, also, it wasn't like, okay, like I'm busy, I'll send it back later. I sent him the video between the studio, my office and the studio, which is about, what, a 30-second walk? By the time I sat here, he'd already sent his one back. So it wasn't like, oh, okay, I wonder if I should send it back. Immediately, he sent me back the photo.
But I wanted to be like team.
No, do not you
That's not
do
what
not
he
just
said.
saying you're flexing on him. You're like, you're cute, man.
Yeah.
You're cute.
No, that's exactly it.
Cute.
Yeah.
This is
Hard
one
like
of
them.
my many Thanoses.
But let me tell you what
It
happened
was,
immediately. I went straight into...
I've got that one, but in his normal color, but he's supersized.
What?
He's done with you,
You
bro.
get a supersized Funko Pop.
You get supersized ones, yeah.
You guys are in entry level.
I've also got supersized Korg playing video games. You know Korg from Endgame
Yeah.
with Thor.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's-
No,
in his
yeah.
little
Thor's drinking
Hawaii-
buddy.
Yeah, in his little La
Here's the
Vida
code for the
Loca.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, while they're playing
The New
Fortnite.
Zealander, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got that Korg, like a supersized one.
But here's what because I knew once he flexed on me like that, I didn't expect this, but I expected there was more to come because the pace of, like you're saying, the pace of reply let me know that,
You're playing game.
come on,
Lie
dog.
down, son. You
Yeah,
don't even have a name tag.
Come on, Shan.
Come on, son. You don't even have a
But
name
here's
tag.
what I did last night. Did it occupy my time because I'm an extremely competitive individual? I've now committed to, I can only out Thanos Paulo because his connect. So now, you can fully expect over the next 12 months, I will have the full range. The hoodie,
Hold
the
on,
cap,
hold on.
maybe an earring if I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. Whatever I can get.
Are you sure you got the facilities for that, big
Big
man?
man. In the Thanos department, I'm going to stick to this now.
Bro, this guy collects stuff for a living.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to. I'm not going to compete across the board because
MKT
there's no way to catch up. It's like Man United. No one will ever in England catch up to Man United. They're too far ahead. You can have these bumpy roads, but you can outbuy everyone else. I'm not competing with Man United. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that Leicester and these guys, I'm in the mix there.
I look forward to it.
Then Paulo makes his thing, collecting Thanos things. You don't want that kind of smoke. You know, he's going to be like, he's going to Zuckerberg you. Because you know Mark Zuckerberg, every time somebody has a social media platform, what does he do? He goes, I'll have a piece of
I know
that.
that.
I'm not thinking about Paulo at this stage. You see, I'm not thinking about Man United. What I will win, I'll be Leicester.
Bro, this is the Michael Jordan of collecting. He'll take it personally.
I'll be Leicester.
He will take it personally.
I'm Leicester. And at being Leicester, I'm going to be the best Leicester there is. And if you guys outcompete, well, I'll sell you N'Golo Kante every now and then for, record sums just to keep my business model. Because if I get into So, absolutely heartbreaking. Did you say these glow in the dark?
I don't think they glow in the dark because I've got a few that are supposed to glow in the dark. They don't really. You know Tron?
Yes.
I've got Tron. It's supposed to glow in the dark. It doesn't.
Paolo, I have another question because I was asking MKT this yesterday. Do you unbox your Funko Pops?
I do. You must play with your stuff. I'm not a guy. I bought something the other day, and they asked me, "Oh, are you going to take it out the box?" So of course I'm going to take it out the box, because you must play. It's a toy. You must play with it.
Because I wasn't sure. With these kind of things, I'm assuming people collect them because they have some sort of value. But if you take them out the box, do they drop in value? Like, how does...
No, because you see, so many things are. These things they're mass produced, right?
Yeah.
So you never. It's not like there's 10. I mean, you do get your Comic-Con and your Walmart. You do get some exclusives, but even then, there's like 1,000 made. So there's not like exclusive, right? So I have them all up, and when I'm in a meeting and people are irritating me, I'm playing with a bobblehead. So I'm just checking. Or I take down my Legos and I break them all apart and I rebuild them. So, no, you must play with your toys. I don't believe in keeping stuff in boxes.
I totally agree. But having said that, I've just realized how I can get the leg up, how I can be Man City instead of Leicester. I have my own show. I'm going to get people to help me. All right, if you're watching this show, let's start a movement because I was extremely taken aback. I was aghast at how quickly Paulo
It was
replied.
actually on Twitter that evening.
No, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, he actually tweeted about it. It made me feel real bad.
I couldn't believe it. And I was like, awesome, now it's on.
I did reply with a show enough who's the master meme. So I may have played into it.
No, but also, do you know what it is, Paulo? You made him feel small because immediately you didn't even give it time to breathe.
That was crazy.
You didn't give it time to
It's
breathe.
holiday season. I'm not that busy during the day.
I admired it. But having said that, right, give me this camera here. I do have my own show. If you listen to this podcast, the very least you can help me do is out Thanos Paulo. Now, you don't have to buy me the stuff. Just let me know where to look, what's new. Sick hoodies. I've already seen a sick hoodie. I'm going to have to eat beans and toast, but it's worth it to keep taking this journey forward because I cannot have that kind of disrespect on my phone from somebody who I consider a very close friend and somebody I'm going to work with for a very long time. But that was just disrespectful. That was Michael Jordan levels of I've got flu. I'm going to drop 40 points in a game.
The flu game.
That was exactly what Paulo did there, and I was like,
You took it personally.
I did take it personal.
No, he took it personally. He's like,
No, me too.
No, but MKT, the reason Paulo took it personally was because he doesn't have that one.
no, he does.
No, he doesn't.
I don't have that. I won't start that.
But you got a
Listen,
bigger one.
So there's the flex.
I didn't think I'd come in today and we're going to have an argument about our purple-headed monsters.
Well, is that not?
But if that's where it ended up,
Well, that's where we are. So,
Unbelievable.
listen, my name is on this show, and I cannot and I will not tolerate this. It's give me 12 months, and I will. You know what? I'll make it uncomfortable for Paulo.
Watch
I
Paulo
know
get
I
the
can't
real
win.
Thanos. Walk
size.
into get into your studio and he goes,
What is
It's sitting
he's in
there.
full
yeah,
cosplay.
yeah. And it brought you back to me. Yo.
Your optimism was
there
misplaced.
is one, right? There is one in Comic Book Warehouse in just before the airport. I also know a guy that's started. I can't remember the name of his company now, but they've got a what would Thanos be life size, right, in the store. You can buy it. It's 150,000 rand. I don't think it's that crazy, but it's what would be
not bad.
a life size Thanos.
150,000.
150,000.
How big is it? Is it as
It's
big
life
as that?
size. You wouldn't be able to fit it in the studio.
8 foot.
For 150,000, that gauntlet better work.
I don't think it's outrageous because you can buy statues that are like so. Okay, this isn't great for
Like
a
a gnome?
podcast.
A
but
garden gnome, yeah.
For like 50,000.
Hey, you can buy an
So I don't
invisible
think
sculpture for $18,000.
I'm pretty sure it's 150,000. They weren't crazy for what I saw.
Wait, listen. Have you ever been to Doha? Have you been to that
No,
airport?
no.
Okay, so there's like I don't know what that character's called. Like there's a figure in Qatar. It's like really famous. A wooden figure, which is pure wood, by the way. I wonder if it's that size. Are you like how big are we talking here?
It's what would Thanos size be?
So twice the size of a man.
Yeah.
Like
It wouldn't
8 foot
fit in
probably.
here. It wouldn't fit in here.
What about the one at Comic Book Warehouse?
That's the one.
Oh,
So that's the one.
is there no smaller than that? Is there no human size?
There are human sized ones. I'm trying to see if
$150.
Oh, so it's bigger than human size.
it's
No, it's
bigger
that-
than
Oh,
well,
human
Thanos.
size.
It's
Wow.
Thanos size.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Thanos size.
Yeah, you'd look like a small child next to it, right? Even though you are a considerable figure of a man, you'd be a small child. Flick you across the room, that guy.
Well, you saw Hulk and Thor and them. They look like
Well-
like they were going through their awkward
Well,
phase.
Thanos affected Hulk so much he had to stay green. Remember?
Yeah, and then he became an influencer.
Yeah.
No, he didn't turn green the rest of the first movie. Then the second one, he turned green, but he was an influencer now.
And stay green.
He stayed
Not only
green.
do I'm now. This is me all the
He's
time,
calm
just in
now.
case. So Thanos. Oh my goodness! I saw Mug last night. Thanos was right.
Yeah, so I'm going to show Senzo here. That's the so
That's Hulk.
The Thanos is that size.
That's a good 8-9
Sorry,
foot.
I'll hold it up to you guys.
Oh
in the
no,
camera.
that's 3 times the size of a man.
The Thanos is that size.
That's like 10 foot.
So
I'll find the Thanos, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll put that image on social media just so people can see how big that is. That's insane. That's in a factory, and it's still that
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
fit in
in
my
a
house.
warehouse, yeah. No, that's not.
Yeah, no,
That's
forget
not
about
fitting
it.
in your house, no.
Wow. Okay. All right. Help
Your
me.
optimism was misplaced.
Yeah, it was. But help me out, Thanos Paulo. Whatever way you can do it. Nobody must buy me anything. Just point me in the right direction. Give me 12 months, and I'll be Man City.
This is simple. You have to come do the show, no Thanos. Thanos suit.
The only way to outdo Paolo is what? Full cosplay, right? But production level Thanos.
That's the only way. It's the only way you can out Thanos him.
By when though? Because
You put. Say it's your show. You gave yourself 12 months.
Yeah, MKT, don't you still
I can't hear you, Ryan.
Don't you still have a promise to do the show in what's that?
In the
other
Red
suit?
Bull suit,
Which suit?
the Red Bull driving suit.
No, there was another one as well. There's a superhero one.
No,
Magneto.
oh, the Magneto suit.
Yes.
Yeah. No, full production. That I will do within the next 2 years. I will certainly have a Magneto.
Proper.
No, proper production quality. That's going to happen.
Cool.
That's going to happen. I guarantee you. Magneto's my second favorite hero of all time.
You know,
And he's not an anti-hero. He's a hero. He's a hero of the people.
He's
when
Malcolm
I listened
X.
to that podcast, I said to James, I was like, I can't believe MKT wants to dress up as Magneto. But the whole time I was thinking you were talking about Frozone from The Incredibles. That guy who says, "Where's my super suit?"
Me.
No.
I totally mixed the two up.
This sounds more like a
Wait,
Ryan
you thought I was
problem.
talking about that?
No, Brian.
Yeah, no, I thought you were dressed up as that guy, and then James said, "What are you talking about? That's not Magneto."
No, no. Do you know what he got confused about? James said, "Is that the one in the wheelchair?" And then we basted James.
Yeah, that's one of the most disappointing. That's far more disappointing than Omicron. What James said there.
Is that the one in the? Were you here, Paolo?
I was here.
No, it was one of the ugliest scenes of
Oh, when we
2021.
deflated, when we lost all.
Yeah, you guys. Sorry, the Thanos is 300,000 rand.
300,000.
Double.
300,000.
Okay, so I have to own that or do full cosplay.
But where are you going to put this?
Don't worry about that. You're asking the wrong questions.
Do you know how accurate that Thanos is?
It weighs 50 kilograms.
Yeah.
Not that bad. Lightweight.
It's 200 by... No, that can't be right because this thing is huge.
Wait,
so
200?
200 is 2 meters.
Yeah.
No,
By
this
ce-
thing
by
is
Could be
bigger
200
than
inches.
No, it says centimeters.
centimeters.
Okay, well let's...
Okay, we'll workshop it.
Should we maybe... Do you know the guy who owns it?
I don't know. I know a guy who owns something similar.
Okay, no, I'm
But
saying
we
the
can get
guy
in
who
touch.
owns the comic book
We can
workshop.
get in touch. Let's get in
That's
touch.
what I'm saying. Let's
Yeah.
get in touch with him. Let's get him on the show. How can I out Thanos Paolo? And maybe I get him on board.
And do you know how accurate that Thanos is? Because as soon as you buy it, your money goes like.
Half of it's gone.
Well said, Ryan. Welcome. Let's finish off this section of the show with you giving me some music there, because I'm going to give you the Friday 5 for the 5 greatest Christmas films of all time. And this isn't going to take long.
Oh, what?
It's not going to take long. At number 5, Nakatomi Plaza. Now, a lot of people say that's not a movie. That isn't a movie. They released a game with that name. Well, it's part of the movie. That's at number 5. I'm not going to explain it. If you don't know what that means, it is your job to find that out. At number 4, Hans Gruber, because he's in the Thanos mold and is a movie on his own. In this movie. So, at number 4, one of the better villains of all time. Hans Gruber. At number 3, Die Hard 3. At number 3, Die Hard 3. At number 2, Die Hard 2. And at number 1, Die Hard. Simple. That's the Friday 5 today. I'm not even repeating it. 5 greatest Christmas films of all time.
Can't argue.
All the Die Hard set around Christmas.
Oh, Spudgy.
Come on now.
Even if it isn't, it's
No,
still a
that's-
Christmas
doesn't
movie.
matter.
Yeah, that wasn't the point. You should be... So, I will be watching Die Hard 1 tonight. Right? Tomorrow, 2 and 3.
Do you know what it's like? It's like you show toothpaste to black people. Could be any brand. Tell you, it's Colgate.
Yeah. Who's in a Colgate?
Yeah.
We understand. That could be anything.
Could be Aquafresh, could be Sensodyne.
Nakatomi Plaza, Hans Gruber,
Plastic
Die Hard
bags
3.
are all checkers.
Check us.
My man, you get it.
No, Paulo. Yeah.
Like our earlier conversation, I'm De Bruyne. I'm not Griezmann.
My man.
Well said. So, I'm sorry, there's no arguing with that list. Die Hard is a Christmas film, first of all. I don't want to hear from 5 greatest. Nakatomi Plaza, Hans Gruber, Die Hard 3, Die Hard 2. And then, of course, John McClane arriving to try and save his relationship with his wife. It's a tough thing in that first.
I'm on Willies.
And then he goes upstairs. He pops upstairs at the office, and then Hans Gruber enters.
Actually,
And then the rest, as they say. Is
that scene of Hans Gruber when he falls down,
Yeah.
they really dropped him.
Wow.
Yeah, so they obviously didn't drop him from a building, they're dropping him onto the mat.
Yeah.
But they gave him the wrong countdown. So that he looks so terrified, he is. because he didn't know he's being dropped at that point.
Wow.
He was busy waiting, and then they just opened and he fell.
Method acting, my man.
So that's like legit fear in his eyes.
That's old. What's his name? Hey.
Sean Penn.
No.
Yes, I can't remember
Alan
his
Rickman,
name.
isn't it?
That's it.
Alan,
Alan Rickman. That's it.
Snape.
Rickman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snape.
Yeah.
No. Why do you say that? I don't watch. That sounds like Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Snape.
I believe, when he needed a pension check, he did a Harry Potter.
Yeah.
What?
But when he was a serious actor, he's in Die Hard.
Have you seen him with Snape?
I will
Come
never
on.
watch Harry Potter. I'd rather. Have I told you my crocodile analogy before? Excellent. I'm glad I haven't. I would rather have a crocodile get a hold of me, put me in the death roll, survive that, and have the crocodile take both of my arms off and survive that as well, and then be next to the lake for 15 days.
You shut up.
And survive, and then have a leopard come and get a hold of both of my legs and survive all of that. I'd rather do that than watch Harry Potter.
You know nothing.
That's Game of Thrones.
I wouldn't go through all that to avoid Harry Potter, but I don't. I'm also not into it.
No.
Have you seen any of them?
No.
I'm gonna catch you. You'll enjoy Voldemort. You guys are the same. What's up?
I saw the trolley in the wall at Heathrow, and I didn't understand it.
Oh, platform 9 3/4.
I didn't get it.
There's no way. There's no way.
Nah, we all say that.
No way. Right,
We all got nerd things, right? Harry Potter's just not my nerd thing.
you seen Harry Potter?
So, everyone who asked me to see Harry Potter, I always tell them I haven't, but one of my friends made me watch up to the third movie.
And
And then DSTV didn't have the fourth one. Then they just continued without the fourth one. And I liked
They've got
the
all
first
7.
one.
They've got all 8 now.
And then the second one was okay. Third one was pretty good as well. But it's not something I follow.
Read the book.
Yeah, but this is the other thing. Everyone says, no, the book is way better.
It is way better.
I'm like, but the film is out
Shorter.
of this world.
yeah.
The book is
Gives it
better.
like 95, 99%.
Read the book,
whatever
huh?
it is.
The book
How
is
the
way
book
better.
I'd rather have 2 crocodiles get a hold of me then.
No, the book is better. Like, trust me. J.K. Rowling. Oh, listen to me. I used to be like that. Exactly like you.
Okay, you sound like a sensei. Go ahead.
Exactly like you.
Uh-huh.
Because my cousin had all of them. And she clocked them early.
Yeah.
So I picked up the first one. I was like, what's this about? You read the first page, find yourself turning. It's done. Then you pick up the second one, then third, fourth. I didn't have to wait like those nerds.
Nah. I'm out.
And then, yeah.
I don't like that.
Also, the movies, some of the stuff, the way things happen, didn't they jip out the book there?
Black people have there's an African proverb. I'd rather die.
Then commit
I'd
suicide.
rather die than watch Harry Potter. No, I'm out. Harry Potter, no good. I mean, I'm already I'm all about Thanos. They're obviously going to release Thanos movies on their own. That's a given. He's the best hero there's ever been. But Magneto, listen,
Eric Lenscher.
come on now. All right. Well, on the other side, we'll talk about the English Premier League. What's left of it? I mean, Boxing Day. That's gonna be tough for some people, especially on the Mersey side, because Jurgen can't decide what he wants. It's the MKT Show. Two sticky situations that are obviously going to happen to some of us, not all of us. Terrible family, because it's Christmas time, but also Spider-Man 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever it is.
And they tried on Christmas. They wanted they
We
tried.
boost.
No, they wanted to be, in the Die Hard conversation.
Yeah? They're having a laugh. They're having a laugh. No, there's only one John McClane. Come on now. So that's out. And more breaking news. Paulo has seen it. You're the only person who's seen it. Ryan, you obviously, I mean, if you could, you would be Tobey Maguire, right?
Yeah, I'm only a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan.
Okay, so
damn
you
it.
not only are you a Spider-Man fan, you're a niche Spider-Man fan.
So,
Yeah.
so Ryan,
Yes.
even after Tobey Maguire did that weird little cringeworthy dance,
Yeah, on the black, where he's Venom.
yeah, when the symbiotes kind of gets into it, even after that, you still Team Tobey.
No,
That was painful,
so
eh?
I said this to Senzo yesterday. I said the third one doesn't count, but Spider-Man 1 and 2 is iconic.
Yeah, welcome. You can kill that music. I mean, I want to be able to hear what Ryan's got to say. So you're that niche-y that you not only do you like Spider-Man, you've got to zero in, because I haven't seen whatever you guys are talking about now. You got to zero in on that specific version of Spider-Man. So, Paulo, are you going to give us a review and do spoilers or?
No, whoa.
Kill it.
No spoilers.
You had a week to
Well,
watch it.
Ryan, I've got breaking news for you. Paulo said something to me about spoilers. Paulo, what was it about the spoilers?
Well,
you
it was a geek agreed mandate.
Yeah.
That you got it, so it released last weekend.
said? Okay.
Yes.
Worldwide, geek agreed. Actually, there were no reviews and hold back spoilers until Monday. So anything I have to say, I won't give spoilers.
Okay.
I won't give.
I don't
spoilers.
mind, by the way.
Do it.
I'll still watch
No, I won't give spoilers because I'd hate it.
Yeah.
It's some of the things that happen is the worst kept secret in movie history.
Okay.
If you just keep your eye on any social media,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna pop up that you don't expect, right? What's so interesting about it is you go and you guys have been talking Marvel movies the whole week and all the rest of it. It goes, how do you get bigger than Endgame, right? How do you get worse than Thanos?
Doesn't get bigger.
And this is the
Stop it.
problem that
Seed of Thanos.
Stapple.
this is the problem that Marvel well, how are you guys gonna solve this? Because you don't get bigger. So then, I mean, Ryan and I
Literally.
were talking about Disney Plus and all the TV shows on there and all the Marvel TV shows and what they're doing, because now there's multiverses and there's variants and there's
COVID.
and there's because there's multiverse, there's multiple versions of everybody now.
Yeah.
Which means there's time travel, people can cross so no one's really dead,
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
can come back.
You see.
yes.
Tony Stark isn't they've now just opened up all possibilities.
Pandora's box.
And you go, right, so everything for 10, 12 years you're building this movie universe led to Endgame, which was massive. How do you do it again? But it seems that they're going to go, well, we've gone big. We're going to go really small.
Ah.
So,
Okay.
so we're going to go your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Because he's been fighting the aliens. He's been doing he was part of the Avengers.
Yeah, he
Let's
shouldn't
go.
have been. He shouldn't have been up there with Tony
He must-
Stark.
Let's go micro.
Say, Senzo, what did I say?
What about it?
He's part of the Avengers.
I didn't say he wasn't.
No, I know,
I just
but-
said his training was in Queens. That's why it's your friendly neighborhood.
But
My boy has a whole title, Captain America. He's the
Please.
captain of the whole country. They said to your boy, just stick to Queens.
Paolo, please tell Senzo that you can't praise a retired superhero. There's no other superhero who's retired.
So I heard you guys talk about this the other day, right? So why people like Spider-Man? And you said, what's Spider-Man? What's the point of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
right? So we're going to school now.
No.
take us,
I'm
take us.
taking notes. I got my
take
pen
us.
here.
We're
So
right
the
here.
ink's working.
Comic books were written by majority Jewish immigrants,
Yes.
right? Back in 40s, 50s, they were all, their parents were moved over from Europe,
yeah.
and these kids were in New York. They weren't very rich, and they wanted to tell stories. So a lot of the superhero stories have got a genesis in Jewish culture or the Holocaust.
Yes.
Even I know I'm crossing Marvel and DC, but even Superman's name is a Jewish name.
Yeah.
Kal-El. That's his
Kal-El,
name,
yeah.
right? So this is where a lot of it comes from. So with all of the superheroes, let's just keep in Marvel, right? Thor's a god, Tony Stark's a billionaire, Captain America's a super soldier, Hulk is a mutant, effectively. More than that, they're all adult men. Peter Parker is a kid.
Yes.
He's a high school kid, right? So that's why Tobey Maguire jarred, because he was 29 when he played Superman, where Tom Holland was 17,
Yeah.
playing a 14-year-old, 15-year-old.
Yeah.
But why Spider-Man resonates with people is because he's a high school kid.
Yeah.
He's not rich. He comes from a broken home. We never really get into who his parents are. Lives with an aunt and uncle. So he's
Aunt.
got all... Well, yeah, okay.
That's Holland's side.
So he's got to deal... This is why he's so popular. Because when you get into comic books, you relate to him. You don't relate to Tony Stark.
100%.
You don't relate to Thor.
Yes.
You relate, this guy's like me. He's bullied at school. The girl doesn't like him. Plus, oh wow, imagine being able to do that. That's why Spider-Man's so popular, even though as a superhero, yeah, I mean he's
Lukewarm.
look, he's got super healing abilities,
Yeah.
and he's quick, and that spider sense. Don't underestimate what a power that is.
Well,
And the webs.
yeah, well, let's get into that because what is the most ridiculous concept possibly in the history of film in the last film that Spidey sense came through, because Jake Gyllenhaal was simply the most ridiculous character possibly ever written into anything.
Agreed.
He was a floating lamp and
A floating lamp. I love that.
which wasn't real,
With a green screen.
with lots of drones.
Well, that's the
Made
movie
by Tony
interpretation.
Stark.
The comic book interpretation is a little bit different, but yeah, let's go with the movie interpretation.
Yeah, well, what are we doing there with Jake Gyllenhaal? I wanted to get your opinion on what the bloody hell is going on
Well, Spider-Man's got these, like, as notorious as Spider-Man is, he's got the Sinister Six, which they've always tried to bring into the movie universe.
Yeah.
Which is Dr. Octopus, Mephisto, Goblin, Green Goblin.
Shocker.
I say again?
Shocker.
Yeah, Electro.
Oh yes.
I can't remember the other two. The Vulture. Anyway,
Is that who Michael Keaton was?
that's who Michael Keaton
Oh
was,
my
yeah.
goodness.
And Sandman.
By the way, Michael Keaton's totally saved that movie.
Well, phenomenal. He's been Batman, and I mean, he's fantastic.
That's what I didn't get. How do you cast him as well for that? It's very confusing. He's the only Batman I consider Batman.
Well, multiverse variants.
Ah, what's it?
DC Marvel.
Enough said. Enough said. Multiverse.
Multiverse variants, it doesn't matter. So I think that was just a thing with Mephisto to bring him in. The Mephisto from the comics is different to the TV, the movie one. But it was stupid. I'm not going to lie to you. It was quite moronic.
What if the one drone's battery dies? Like, cool.
Well, it all gets in the new Spider-Man. It does actually get tied together.
Okay. So,
They kind of like wrap up the loose ends of that.
A wrap up.
Paolo, the one problem I have with these new Spider-Man, this I was telling MKT earlier, was like the Tom Holland one. Okay, I don't like Andrew Garfield. I think he ruined the Amazing Spider-Man for me. But
And Tobey Maguire with his dancing.
Tom Holland's ones, they don't have a story on their own. They come from the Avengers. So there's nothing like the first two or three Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire. They were a story on their own. It wasn't, okay, there's a spoiler alert from 2 because you didn't watch Endgame. So you can't watch that until you watch Endgame. It's not like a movie on its own. It's a continuation of the Marvel Universe and not a plain story on its own. Where Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire was out of this world because it came
an
out of
origin
nowhere.
tale. Yeah.
And
And
then,
it has that newspaper guy
Yeah. Who is
who is
simply the best?
outstanding.
and then they upgraded his aunt.
Yeah.
then-
Well, they had to. I mean, it's
Well,
Hollywood.
I can't comment on Ryan without a spoiler. So
I see what you're saying.
without spoiling.
Here's what's important. Because I'm all about what's happening on the pitch. Obviously,
Stapura.
unplayable.
Just number 10. Schillaci.
Outside of the relatable thing, right? Which is awesome for let's sell it to the people and also connect, art should reflect the society and speak to all of society, bloody, bloody, blah, 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 right? Why do I need him in the Avengers? Like, I could have Spider-Man be relatable on his own, or is it to say the common man can also be part of the big victory? He's not giving me, like, here's what I get. Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold. They're both giving me tremendous different dimensions. Trent couldn't defend a piggy bank with an AK-47. No problem. But boy, oh boy, what he's giving me going forward. Andrew Robertson, complete package. He wants Scottish independence, so he will kick a guy in the Premier League. I get that. I get what you're bringing. The delivery is great from both sides. You give me the balance. Robertson, tremendous defender, nasty, modern day fullback as well. Is where am I playing Spider-Man in the squad? Forget the starting 11.
Divock.
He's not even in the...
So that's
Divock.
that's an MCU problem because there's now a business issue, right?
Well said.
So back in the day when Marvel were tanking,
Yeah.
Marvel are now massive. Disney, they're huge. They're untouchable business now.
Yeah.
But there was a time where as a comic business they were tanking, so they started selling off all their comic assets to different production companies, and Spider-Man ended up going to Sony.
Yeah.
Right. So for years, if MCU wanted to do Spider-Man, they couldn't because they didn't own the rights to him. So that's why he sort of felt a little bit forced into Avengers when he eventually came in.
Yeah.
So now there's been a deal where
Did Sony sell him to Disney?
Disney kind of own parts of Sony, and they've done a deal. But Sony can still make Spider-Man movies independent of MCU. MCU can't make Spider-Man movies without Sony. So it's a whole big that's why the thing seems a little bit untidy. But MCU is going, well, Spider-Man's huge. We need him in this.
Yes.
He's hugely marketable. Let's not forget what this is.
Yep.
This isn't about the movies. This
Yeah,
is
it's
about
about
those
those
things.
things,
This is about kids' pajamas.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what this is,
Spider-Man,
right?
Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
We even had Spider-Man busy dancing in South Africa.
All the time. All the time. So that's why they needed Spider-Man. Not because of the story. I
hear you.
In a perfect world, Chadwick Boseman doesn't die and Black Panther leads the Avengers. That was always the plan
Yeah.
for it, is that they'd see out this phase of Avengers and the next one picks up with him being the leader.
Because he's richer than everybody.
Well, he's the new Tony Stark, so he takes that over. And it's just perfect for the diversity and where they want to take it. But of course, unfortunately, that doesn't happen. So they now have to retcon and they go, okay, well, who's most marketable? Spider-Man.
It's a good point. Having said that, great point about I didn't even think about the Black Panther thing. I will not watch Black Panther because I've told you what I think of that accent. Unbelievable. We don't all sound all like this. So America,
kumquat.
please don't let American black people represent us. That's not all we sound like. Okay, anyway. Talk to me about this. What you've just said is a great point. Multiverse theory, because Black Panther now, it did so well. Culturally, it's so appropriate now. People loved it for so many reasons on every side of the spectrum. Multiverse theory, boom, boom, boom. Bring in another, his twin brother.
I'd love to see what happens.
That's what's going to... They
Right.
have to.
What I'd love to see what happens, and there's a series called What If. But what I'd love to see happen is Michael B. Jordan, Eric Killmonger.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
So he's
Black Panther's cousin.
Black Panther's cousin.
There it is.
As good a villain as Thanos. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, for
He's
what
from
he
Creed.
wants to do.
I know who he is.
So he basically wants to go... He's got the same beliefs as Black Panther, but he's just more militant about it. So where Black Panther wants
He's Magneto.
He's Magneto. So his theory isn't wrong.
Yeah.
But he's just going, well, I come from a place of anger.
Yeah.
I think that Total Redemption arc, and Michael B. Jordan's a phenomenal actor. Forget about it.
Yeah, and the guy right now.
Oh,
he's the
just-
face of the NBA marketing now as well.
I would love him to be, which in What If does happen, but it's like a theoretical thing.
Got you.
I would like him to become Black Panther.
But didn't he die though?
Multiverse theory. Don't worry.
Multiverse. That's
Oh,
right.
God.
Are you not
So-
listening?
He didn't die.
He
There's
did die.
also
He
an
died looking at the
update from-
sunset.
Yeah, he did die at the sunset.
No, but multiverse. Well, you must listen.
Yeah.
It might be.
I would love that because I think in terms of a character arc,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. As an actor, he's phenomenal.
And it makes sense.
And because they're speaking about Shuri, which is Black Panther's sister, I don't know. I would just love to see Michael B. Jordan head up the Marvel universe. I
and
think
he's the
it'd be
next guy.
He has to be. Ryan, what do you think of that?
Chadwick Boseman's family just actually put out a statement earlier this week that I read on the socials saying that if Chadwick Boseman had his way, he would want the Black Panther to be recast. Don't close it off.
No.
So they
No, they can't. Like,
No, because they said like as a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, they're not going to recast.
no.
But
And
now
they're lying.
I think it's an option.
They are lying. It
So
was
don't
too
recast
successful.
him. He's the Black Panther,
Yeah.
but because Black Panther gets passed on from generation.
And forget,
Yes,
forget
yeah,
the
right.
black
That's
part.
true.
Yeah.
And forget the black part. Panther. Like we can work around that. Like the Jaguar or something. That they'll figure out, which is essentially the same thing actually. Now that I've
Yeah.
just thought about it, that is a Haware. But we'll figure that out. They're lying. They are going to do Black Panther aggressively. It's just, especially, we're just getting started with woke culture now. If people I know think they're annoyed now, boy, oh boy, have you got stuff coming for you. That's going to be, I totally agree with you. They're lying. That's next. Black Panther
I
at the
want to
front of
see
it all.
on the culmination of this series, this end game, I want to see Michael B. Jordan front and center of that poster.
That would be awesome.
Michael
Awesome.
B. Jordan, because who was the previous guy? Tony Stark.
Oh, it's Tony Stark. Yeah,
Yeah, so what
Tony
was-
Stark and Captain America. They were sort of two
Oh, were they the leaders of and
of the Avengers.
so Michael B. Jordan, and who's the lady? Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Do we,
Brie
is there
Olsen
a
can
movie
chill.
series on her
Yeah, there is, but ain't nobody got time for that.
for her? Why is she not? She's the best hero. Why is that?
Well,
not talking
because
about-
she's not
the
present.
first movie. So they say like it all started with Captain Marvel.
Oh, is it in Avengers?
Well, because Captain Marvel's set in the 80s.
Yeah. So even though the movie only came out in like 2016 or 2017,
Yeah.
they say she
seen it.
was the startup superhero. Like it starts with Captain Marvel. In order to get into the MCU universe,
Yeah.
you have to watch Captain Marvel first.
So do you notice, like, so you see what X-Men did, right? They made X-Men movies.
Yeah.
and then they went back to the beginning.
Yes.
So
the
that
origin
Days of
story.
that Days of Future Past and all that. So it's kind of like that.
Well, that's even before you throw in, because X-Men has belonged to Fox all these years.
Yeah.
So that's why that they've made terrible
Well, Disney now and
X-Men.
Fox, so it's perfect.
Exactly. So X-Men movies have sucked up until now.
They have.
Absolutely sucked.
Yeah, they have.
The
They
only
have.
ones they've got right in terms of casting is Wolverine and Logan, but they
Yeah.
have sucked.
Yeah.
And now MCU have got their hands on Fantastic Four and X-Men.
Oh yeah, they also rebooted Fantastic Four.
So
Michael B. Jordan's in that.
Michael B. Jordan's in that as well. So I think our conversations about Spider-Man, blah blah blah, and the next game changer, whatever. I think what they're going to do with X-Men and Fantastic Four, we're going to be forgetting about Spider-Man.
What's the green lady's name?
Gamora.
Origin story on hers going to be next. Origin story, because there's going to be. Let's go back to when he was good. Here's how we got to the monster.
Well, Eternals is kind of set in that space.
Oh really? Oh, I still need. Okay, that's what I'm. So that's my homework for next week.
next one.
I'm
They
going to watch
reference
both in the next
Thanos,
week.
but the Eternals, there's a connection between
Have you
the
seen it yet?
Eternals and Thanos.
Have you seen Eternals?
Not yet. I've got it on my list, but I haven't seen it yet.
Can I buy it at home?
I wouldn't.
I don't think it's out
know.
yet.
No,
So
no,
you
no.
can
No, it's
buy
out.
it
It's
yet.
out at the big house.
Yeah, big house, but I don't think you can
I
buy
think you
it
can.
yet or
You
rent it.
can. You can get it like Apple TV and Google Play, but they're like super expensive, like £200 or something.
Well, $34.99 to buy old films. Paulo, Spider-Man 2. Guess who bought it? This guy over here. Guess who also has Netflix?
Which one?
Which has all the Spider-Man films. This guy over here. Yeah, so I burned $35, but what you gonna do?
You're a
when
sucker.
you're trying to catch up with the new culture. I'm telling
the
you,
wave.
origin story.
Thanos is gonna be like, you know, like DC. They made the Joker an independent movie film.
Yeah, that's one thing they've done well, hey?
There's
So they actually marketed the villains so well, and the last Joker movie was incredible.
Yeah, the Joker's.
well, look, DC have cracked villains because
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, everything
Yeah.
they've done with Joker
Suicide Squad.
is out. No, the Suicide Squad sucks. The Suicide Squad is phenomenal.
Okay.
Now don't even get into that.
Yeah, let's not. I mean, we.
Soundtrack is great.
Oh no, it's.
So do I need to watch this now as well?
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I think.
Let me
If you're a
stick here
fan
for
of
now because
Batman
I need to
movies-
get good at what
no,
we're doing.
no, don't even get him into this. There's the new Batman coming. The Batman, just don't
Whoa.
Yeah.
deal with.
Yeah, do you know
MCU?
with Robert Pattinson?
I know they got the Viking guy or the
and
vampire
then
boy.
yeah, and then Colin Farrell's in it. He's
the
Penguin.
That's going to be tough.
No, because
He can't act to save his life.
MCU is kid friendly.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's paint by number.
Yeah.
DC's a mess. There's different versions of people. There's 5 Jokers. They're all the same Joker. It's
Arkham Asylum, literally.
It's way too much.
It's Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
it's
you've
way
just
too much.
touched. Obviously, I said just now. You heard me say Michael Keaton's the only Batman. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. Michael Keaton still is not bad.
Batman, I'm sure.
Yeah. No.
You don't know that though. You haven't seen the movie.
What's
No.
that?
You said the
Look at
worst.
the way he's built.
Did you say he'll kill it as Batman?
No, he said terrible.
There's
Terrible.
he can't.
What do you mean he can't?
No, listen.
He was a skinny
Everyone's
teenager
terrible
in
compared to
Twilight.
Michael Keaton. I understand.
Well, there's this thing called Jim, because Christian Bale did The Machinist before he did Batman, where we had to weigh 46, and then you see what he weighs in Batman. So
But you know what
bulking is
always
not
makes
always.
it with Batman? Who's the director? Are we still Nolan? Because do we know who the
No, I
next?
don't,
we hope it's not
Well,
Joel
that's
Schumacher.
huge.
Yeah, not Joel Schumacher will never touch another Batman.
give me your best Batman voice.
I don't have one.
Good stuff. Ryan, give me yours. You got the microphone. That's not fair.
I'm Batman. No, that's terrible.
Small child. I'm Batman. Can't do it.
No, I'm Batman.
Oh, that,
Yeah,
No, Senzo had a good
Senzo
one.
nailed it. Yeah.
Sensel's good.
But I was saying to
No,
Ryan,
in your Batman voice.
no, I can't. No, I said I can't. But I was saying to Ryan doesn't know if Robert Pattinson's going to suck because we put George Clooney in a Batman suit and he was horrible.
Yeah, but that was Joel
But
Schumacher.
he
and
was never the guy.
And all those Batmans were made to sell toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze.
And he
Schwar-
was what? I forget that Clooney was the mess of a Batman.
What's Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, it was a disaster. And I love George. He was not made for that. Because Batman has to be dark naturally.
Oh, yeah,
George
he's
Clooney
coming
just
with
wants
his
to be-
swag.
Yeah.
He wants to Danny Ocean that thing.
That's his thing. That's his thing. Like, he's the most typecast guy in the world. I can't unsee him as, talking to a girl at the bar, buying her a martini guy in every film.
An espresso.
So I think just there is we can argue about this Spider-Man, this what, everything. I think when you talk about those Batmans, you realize how lucky we are to get superhero movies like we get now.
Yes.
When we've come from things like the Batman or Batman and Howard the Duck and all that crap. So Matt Reeves is the director of The Batman.
Not bad.
He's from Planet of the Apes and Cloverfield.
Planet of the Apes, not for me.
It's not for me either.
They missed. Okay, well, let's give him a chance because I don't know what his style is. What I love is Batman. What Nolan captured was that it has to be dark for Batman to work.
The Batman looks it because Batman doesn't kill,
Yeah.
but
Joker nearly got him to the.
it looks like he kills.
No, but because it has to be the guy. The guy is all. That's what he is. That's what makes it work because he doesn't have any superpowers. What else am I here for then?
He's got money,
if
bro.
there isn't that constant. It's why R.I.P. Heath Ledger he turned that up into just a Batman of all Batman, just like
But even in the movie, what the Joker does to Batman, he nearly caused him to kill.
It's
and he
just-
turned Harvey Dent into another thing. Turned him into Two-Face.
they don't do that well enough until obviously you actually in reality we already know who the superhero is. Make the villain the star, like where they nailed it in Spider-Man. It's so terrible that movie, but Keaton.
Or make the hero so on the edge. That's why Batman works. Batman also works because no one in Batman has superpowers.
Yeah.
No one in Batman.
Well, Batman does.
What's he got? Money.
But everyone
of
in
it.
Batman is just a lunatic.
Yeah.
That's why Batman works, and they just teeter, and that's why Batman's kind of cool because he's just balancing.
Also, he's still mourning, bro.
I mean, listen, I want to talk more about film. So, Premier League's on this weekend. I was going to talk about specific games, but Jurgen sulked his way now into that game being cancelled. And now I'm being told Leeds don't want it, but come on, Jurgen.
Yeah.
Jurgen is what's going on with him?
I told you guys he's getting divorced. You guys didn't believe me. You said
He's
I was
whiling.
No, he's an underrated whinger. He's as bad as Wenger.
at the very least.
He's getting as bad as Wenger.
Why is he talking about the 26, 28 thing as though that has anything to do with anything? Like, Jurgen, it's worked fine till now. And by the way, here's my thing. You've got one title. Like, if Mourinho and Fergie come and start suggesting things, multiple title winners they've been through. In fact, if Fergie starts saying things, because he went through 3 evolutions of the English Football League at the Premier level, I'm like, oh, okay, well, there's something to it. But why is he whinging so much?
Because he knows his boys have to go to Africa. And he wants them to rest.
I don't even know it's a big thing because Tuchel's starting to have a moan.
Yeah.
Benitez is having a... Guardiola says players must go on strike. All due respect, it's kind of been this way. You knew it was this way coming in. They never changed it before. You're not changing it now.
But couldn't you see it? I could see the Liverpool getting postponed because Klopp said what he said. And then Henderson also said, yeah, players need to be protected. What? I was like, shut up.
You know why it's so off color for me? Why do multi-millionaires think they should be protected? Like guys, you're already at hero status. Part of the, because you know how they always sell us this, the sacrifice to get there. All right, guys, listen. There's a little bit of sacrifice to get there. You're already gifted. There's extremely hard work, but single moms with 3 jobs are sacrificing. There comes a level where, to whom much is given. Here's my thinking: to whom much is given, much is expected. It's not really a sacrifice for you to be a millionaire and get to play football. And stop telling me we don't care about player health. Are you joking? The health protocol, I was looking at some of the sums that the Premier League are putting towards keeping the players safe. Are these guys joking?
And what they're doing is that they're robbing the fans. Then they're going to say, yeah, we're always with the fans.
But I'm sorry, Paulo. Like,
second.
but unless I'm missing something, no, they must stop this narrative of we're not just carted out here to entertain. Yes, you are.
That's what you're doing.
No, yes, you
yes,
are.
you are.
You're on a TV show,
Your check says you are.
and you can be replaced. Like ultimately, I don't support Jordan Henderson. I support Liverpool. I don't support Thomas Tuchel. I support Chelsea. When Tuchel goes, I'll still
be
support
there.
Chelsea. I don't care about you really in the end. I didn't want to have to be this guy, but that's the truth.
I was reminded of somebody this morning, Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is non-stop.
He doesn't-
I don't know where that guy finds the time.
You remember I said today?
Movies, TV shows, podcasts, appearances,
He does
comedy
everything.
shows. Plus all his businesses, same as The Rock, right? These guys don't stop. Plus, there's videos of them posted 4 o'clock in the morning. They're working out.
Yeah.
Those guys are ripped. They're doing everything.
Yeah.
They don't complain. Oh, I need a break. I need a rest. They're doing it every day. That's their business. Football's entertainment. You're not getting that money. You're not getting Chris Rock and The Rock money.
Yeah.
Because
for
you're
nothing.
No, you're an entertainer. Entertain us.
Thank you, said the emperor. No, and I felt it coming with not Simone Biles. Who's the tennis player? But
Emma.
No, the Japanese lady.
Naomi Osaka.
I felt it coming with her. I said, stop, Naomi, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. You're
with her
taking
in the
yourself out of context.
The interview things.
You're earning extraordinary money. Play your part. Otherwise, get out. I'm sorry. The mental health side of things, you know how you should do it? Get out of the spotlight then. Because all you are is there for our entertainment ultimately. I don't want to reduce you to that, but you're reducing me to now having to go, all right, the veil is out now.
You knew what you're getting into.
Thank you.
This isn't footballers in the 70s or 60s who overnight became professional. You knew what you're getting to. Your family know what you're getting to.
Dino plays the game very well. Look how LeBron James does it. He understands. That's why he's as big as he is.
Oh, he works with China.
He gets it very much. I don't want to be away from my family for 4 months. Let me go play in the bubble. Because they need me.
No, I'm the brand. Play your role. Jordan Henderson. In fact, part of being the head boy, your boy Captain America, one thing you understand, you have to be on the corporate side. Like, Jordan Henderson's trying to do too much now. Don't try and be the boy's boy now. The players. No, Chief. At the end of the day, your job as captain, part of the burning part of it, is actually you're not a part of the dressing room. When the corporate says jump, you jump the highest because you are the CEO. He's the CEO of Liverpool. Now, Jurgen's nice, but Jurgen will go and Jordan Henderson is the CEO. We all know CEOs. You got to be on the side of the corporate. And it's such an ugly look for me because especially in a time where football's still a working class game.
Absolutely.
You think you're sacrificing? You really? Do you think you're What about the people who there are people who save up for the year to watch one Premier League game? Do you think what it sounds like when a millionaire says to people, "We're sacrificing"? What does that sound like to those who pay everything to come and watch you? You know what? Moms are nurses. You know, guys go and dig holes in London.
Yeah, bro.
And they save up and they buy their kids your shirt. I'm sacrificing. What about me? Those people have no financial cover. They've lost their jobs. They've lost their business. They're double mortgaging their house. And you're telling me your sacrifice on your £6 million a year salary?
Come on, bro.
But who's not? But millionaires never. These footballers never hear no. I've been in that world. They never hear no.
No, from 13 years old.
Yeah.
No one tells him no.
It's a different time. Imagine Roy Keane saying this. Impossible. But
we go again.
But you know what? I don't care because Chelsea are on, and now we got Lukaku back, the worst striker in the league. It's unbelievable that guy.
Guy plays football in Timberland.
No first touch. Paul, how are you feeling? Man United back. Good news, bad news. Because that could go either way. Could ruin your Christmas leftovers or not.
You know what? It's been the weirdest 2 weeks not having United. I've kind of like.
It's like a drug.
I think in a good. There's a lot of good footballing reasons for it. I actually just didn't even know we were playing. We're playing Newcastle.
Yeah.
Here's the story.
Fantastic.
Here's the story.
Blockbuster.
Here's the story. Under the new Saudi ownership.
And Staveley's there. She already owns half of Old Trafford actually, and she's got a piece of grass with her.
The first win in the new era under Eddie Howe. Oh my goodness.
They've done it.
Newcastle are going to be feeling like a lot of us are going to be feeling Christmas, open up some gifts, look at it and go, oh, I wonder if Game will take it back.
But for Newcastle...
Oh, you know what? On that note, we're going to come back and keep talking about the Premier League. Because now you guys have... It's a multiverse now. You've opened up a whole other thing I want to talk about. I want to come back. Amanda Staveley, she definitely owns at least 10% of Old Trafford. They just don't know it yet. She's very, very rich. Very, very Saudi rich. It's the MKT Show. Happy Festivus. Now, Seinfeld is it's been a huge part of my life, right? Like a huge part of my life. That humor, Seinfeld, absolute game changer. I still think Curb Your Enthusiasm's better because after watching and reading Larry David's book, Larry David said what they intended to do with Seinfeld was write a show about nothing. That was actually the point of it. And for Larry David now to be that billionaire who's now literally doing nothing in his life, he's gotten the chance to write the show about nothing that he always wanted. And I think with Seinfeld from around season 3, once it became really successful, they struggled to keep it about nothing just because of what it was. And that's great. I still love Seinfeld, but I believe that you just can't beat Seinfeld. You can't beat Seinfeld.
Yo, you just triggered me now. Who does Kramer look like?
In what field?
Mo Salah.
Exactly. Kramer does look like Mo Salah.
Yeah, he's got Mo Salah needs to take care of the hair. Otherwise, it's going to go full Kramer. Yeah. That guy got in some trouble, hey?
Yeah, I saw.
He's going through some stuff. Listen, those guys must be on so much money.
Seinfeld was like, last I checked, it was on 890.
They've made so much money. They continue to make.
That's why he buys all the Porsches in the world.
Best on-screen written comedy.
I think it's a big shout because there's that argument you either team Friends or team Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Which I don't get.
Is there a comparison?
Yeah.
No, you can like both. I like both. I think both are good.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize people would think Friends is in the ballpark with Seinfeld. But okay, interesting.
Friends is good.
Yeah.
But because exactly that. One's better than the other.
Yeah.
Is that, I mean, a lot of episodes of Seinfeld are, what are we talking about? 20, 25 years old?
Yeah.
We're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're around about there, and they're still so good. I'm still watching because they're all on Netflix now.
No, it's unplayable.
And I've started again, and I've watched it so many times that
But also with Seinfeld, what I like is that they didn't try to do like a spin-off. Like
no. Well, so Seinfeld stopped. He was like, I'm done, and they offered him
syndication. Yeah.
They tried to bring all of the money to him.
Yeah,
they gave him Oprah money,
and it's the way to do it. I think Curb Your Enthusiasm should have done it by now. But okay, I think I'd be opening up a whole different conversation there. But to your point there on that, Paolo, I think Jerry Seinfeld, what I love about Seinfeld, he doesn't swear, which I like because I'm not big on swearing. But what I like is what he wrote about was so real life. It's human issues. So it's going to carry for another 100 years.
Yeah.
Whereas things, I feel like, and I wasn't into Friends, and again, it could just be because you've maybe triggered me here, Friends versus Seinfeld, is that I don't know if the issues of Friends, which became quite Hollywoody, kind of will carry. I don't know if anything else can carry. Seinfeld's about human issues. I don't care whether you're Jewish in New York or in Uganda, right? You have those little issues, like Elaine's mom.
We all take little bottles of alcohol and go, "Oh, I'm a giant."
Yeah. You know what I mean? And Elaine's mom, I don't care if you're Jewish or not. Elaine, you gotta have a baby. If you're in Malawi, you've got that mother.
Yeah,
if you're in South Africa, you know the mother that you know what Jerry's talking about as a 20-year-old,
absolutely.
But it's what I find to be, and look, I am Seinfeld biased. Maybe I'm too biased.
But it's like, do you know, it's like what Blackish was doing.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but Blackish, same thing, because it's funny and stuff like that. But like at the end, like they talk about something like really really like important and like.
But we're lucky, right? It's sometimes when I find myself trying to be this cool guy, like, oh, nothing will ever be Seinfeld. I think we must also, you said it a little bit earlier, we are really lucky in our time. Look how much good stuff we have. Well shot, super talented people across the board. You know, we live in the best time ever.
Easy to get access to.
Thank you. Like, we're really lucky. Like sometimes when I feel myself going into this, because I am quite a contrarian, but I do try and step back and go, bloody hell, I'm lucky to live in the time I live in. Like, there's just so much, not good, there's so much fantastic stuff. There is so much.
I mean, look.
So many talent. And now we can find the talent, right? Remember back in the day, some of the talent happened to live in Uganda again.
Yeah.
Like, now, oh, you're great, we've seen you, come to Hollywood. We'll put 8K cameras around you and the best writers in the world, because they all live in Hollywood.
Exactly.
I don't care what people have to say. Let's do it. We're off.
But I was saying, but we're talking about this with sport. Guys, we've basically seen the GOAT in every sport in our time.
And also...
And we've taken it for granted, like it's casual.
Yeah, I think it happens like the Rome syndrome.
When we're speaking about Bjorn Borg,
Yeah. No. It's like, you know, Rome at the end. I think we're there now. That like the gluttony has gotten to us so much. All we want to do now is have festivals and parties and orgies. It's like, no. You must understand. You got to keep the army sharp, otherwise the barbarians climb over the gate. And
absolutely.
well, we know the rest is history. R.I.P. Jesus Christ as well, of course, because of the Romans. And happy birthday,
Pontius.
And Pontius Pilate, not a good guy.
But it's Judas.
Let's not get back there. We've been here. I think we've said enough. But a great time to be alive. Hey, as South Africans say, what a time to be alive. Hey? It's the best time to be alive ever. I'm sorry. They're like...
Drake named his album that once.
What's that?
What a time to be alive.
No, it's day...
And he put diamonds on the cover.
I did.
Not real diamonds, but the cover was diamonds.
Like, listen, we're going through the pandemic and it's tough. And, you know, but I also want to put into perspective, and I hate to be Debbie Downer for people who are going through the most. There's been worse pandemics.
Honestly, dude.
Science is better than ever. We're more organized than ever. We can tell each other the important information. Hey, bubonic plague.
No medicine.
There's no Twitter. There's no Twitter for Fauci to tell you what's what in. I don't know. Again, if I was in Australia back then.
World War II, dude.
No, well, not really a pandemic. Just
but
a
I'm
couple
just
of
saying,
crazy
like,
people. Yeah.
no, but I'm just saying, like,
Spanish flu, probably a better comparison.
You know
Again,
what I mean?
Mutilated millions
Yeah.
before they could get close to important information. So,
Absolutely.
to those who are going through tough times, it is awful.
Tough times never last.
They don't. But Thanos does. Thanos is forever.
It's inevitable.
Thanos and Drip forever.
Drip never dies, dog.
Hey, shout out Siabela Sonatla.
Drip never dies.
Siabela Sonatla gave me the greatest philosophical advice. He said to me, Drip was forever.
Honestly.
And he's right. He is right. He's an incredible human being. Let's get back to people who can afford all the drip in the world.
I'm just going to take that chance to throw forward to an awesome series with Siabelo Sonatla coming out in the new year. Keep your eyes on the MKT Show on all our socials. We got something very cool happening.
Yeah, man.
With Siabelo in the new year.
Damn right.
Some really cool names in there. Some
Mavericks.
The gospel idea with him. It's a go.
Oh,
It's a go. So something really, really cool coming up in the new year. Just keep an eye on the socials.
that's gonna be awesome.
Called the Throw Forward.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
taser.
It's
And he's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
My God, like really.
like, and also he doesn't have to be. You know. Do you ever think to yourself, like, I'd love to for a second just meet Roger Federer but I'd like to hang out with him and in his family situation, somehow be a fly on the wall for like 3 months. And if he is as awesome as he seems, that'll be next level. Because sometimes you know, when you hear somebody is the best in the world, like because it happens so much now, people say GOAT for Max Verstappen, he's won 1 title. You know what I mean? Like Twitter makes you kind of numb to the word greatest and the best ever.
They diluted you.
Siabela Sonatla was the best sevens player in the world for 3 years.
And scored all of the tries.
No, he was the best in the whole world. He doesn't have to be that guy. Like, he doesn't have to be patient with us and really, really accommodating and warm. Because, Paolo, we work in this business. You can fake warm for 1 episode. You can't fake it for...
The time we spent with him, I mean, that was like... He was a guy. He's one of the guys.
He was the best player in the world.
Got it.
The world's so big.
Welcome just
Go ahead
showed me
there.
a picture.
Sorry, can't hear you. What were you saying?
I was saying, Welcome just showed me a picture on his phone now. When Welcome was just at the shop. Siabelo's on the cover of this month's Men's Health magazine.
I was going to tell you guys. I was going to tell you guys that he's on this month's Men's Health cover. plus the MKT show.
That's nice. People are
And
winning.
At this stage, you have to say, obviously, it was his second biggest appearance on Men's Health. You know what I mean? So shout out to
Yeah.
Ciabello who says, drip is forever. I want
There's
to
an
talk
episode of Ruhan Nell with his teammate Ruhan Nell. Hilarious. Good. Anyway,
Run now, that guy.
Yeah.
keep an eye. Keep an eye.
Riot.
This is called the teaser.
He's a riot, that human. It is a teaser. Keep an eye out for that. People that can afford all the drip in the world, which Ciabello would like, Newcastle. I want to keep talking about this because part of there's a situation developing there. Like, they could get relegated, richest club in the championship. It's funny until we get to where we are, right? Is that
That is going to happen.
Yeah.
it didn't rescue Leeds. They had all of the money and all of the players in the team at the same time. They just couldn't get to the promised land, and it was slightly different situation. But with that team, O'Leary, get in the Champions League, eh, son?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Coutinho is trending, and
Yeah.
I want to see why, because it's like inevitably. So this whole Ferran Torres situation,
yeah.
Barcelona
Oh, snap.
must know there's some money coming in. Is it Coutinho to Newcastle? I mean, Newcastle are in such a situation because, firstly, any player that looks there goes, you can give me all the money in the world. I'm going into a relegation scrap.
yeah.
Newcastle are bottom of the league.
Second from last.
That's okay,
Right,
right?
so they're in the
Every
mine.
team in this situation, in the Premier League, I think only two. I think only West Brom got out. I can't remember the other one.
Was it Leicester?
Could have been.
Yeah.
Have gone down.
Yeah.
They are, and any player goes, you can give me everything. I'm not going into a relegation.
There's
scrap.
no ways, bro.
And the players they want
But
are not getting them out of relegation.
but to be on their side, they're not far from safety. You know what I mean?
No, it's not too far.
It's like 8 guys can go down now.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. There's two figures that I want to talk about. Coutinho, we'll find out why he's trending, but he is one guy I wanted to talk about. And then the other one's Anthony Martial. If I'm Newcastle, I'd move heaven and earth to say, listen, pal, you've got a few things to consider. You want to put yourself in the market. I understand the Sevilla thing. Stay here. This is the biggest TV show in the world. Come and show them what they got wrong.
Bro,
And then Coutinho as well.
hold on.
Loan, though.
Yeah, oh, loan, yeah, I was going to say.
No,
because-
you don't buy. You. In fact, if you're a player, if you're that guy, like there's a couple of guys on the precipice, right? Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Jay Lings.
I don't know if he likes that, but Jay Lings maybe. But he could be a problem. I don't know if Newcastle. I don't know if Man United are going to let him go to Newcastle. There's some fire between both those clubs, but
Yeah.
maybe. But the Jay Lings type of player is go on loan. If I'm Newcastle, I go, because what's the most you can loan? 5, in a season.
Yeah.
I chase 5 big ones. Martial and Coutinho being my absolute top of the
Front
list.
and center.
Because those two can do... Tell them, those guys don't know how to treat you. Come here, we'll make you a star for 6 months. Come save us.
But my thing is now, okay, cool. With guys like Anthony Martial, right? Van Gaal couldn't motivate you.
Mm-hmm.
Mourinho couldn't do it. Okay, the PE teacher, I'm not going to count, but you had your best season under the PE teacher, right?
Yeah.
What do you think Eddie Howe's going to do?
So, sometimes I think... Listen, I told you yesterday. Anthony Martial and I think Coutinho you've seen as this guy. Some guys look like the guy until they have to be the guy.
But Coutinho was the guy at Liverpool.
He wasn't. He had Steven Gerrard. He was... Some people... and then it got cold when Jurgen's like, no, you're just a guy here, man. You're just a guy. Then he went to Barcelona and it's like, oh my goodness, no one cares here. When you say to them, it may be different or I may be wrong, but I saw what happened with Jay Lings when he went to West Ham for that. When David Moyes said, you're the
dog.
guy.
You're the dog.
Come here, you are the front and center. Some personalities need that. And I think, especially flair players, Coutinho, Martial's never had someone. Think of the guys who've managed. Van Gaal, cold.
Mourinho, cold.
Distant. Mourinho, ice freezing cold. By that time, he was a broken man. And then there was nothing Ollie could do to go, come on, son. And sometimes you just need a change of environment. If Newcastle say to those two, chaps, come here. Biggest stage in the world, English Premier League, for 6 months. Let her go. And you're our guys. Private jet. You roll out the red carpet, which hasn't happened for both of them since they left their clubs. I don't know what you guys
Speaking
think.
of John Joe of Newcastle, John Joe Shelby's too good for that team.
Well, I don't know that. Everybody says it's always nice when you're at a club and you say he's too good. Otherwise, he'd be at a different club. So he's not too
Yeah,
good. He's at
I get
Newcastle
you.
for a reason.
I just chime in about the whole Coutinho thing.
Sure. Did he get a haircut?
No. Actually, Barcelona wants Aubameyang and are willing to throw Coutinho or Dembele in the mix. But
That
it's
does
so
nothing
far
for
it's
Arsenal.
leaning towards Coutinho.
So they want Coutinho for Aubameyang.
They want Aubameyang in camp now.
So Barcelona want Aubameyang.
Yeah.
For Dembele.
For Dembele.
Arteta's going to be like, you guys are
Dembele
joking.
Or Coutinho.
No, I mean Coutinho. I don't know. He's a pro's pro. I've
Yeah.
never heard anything about it. No, get him in house because the team's too young. Get him in house.
Yeah. Arteta's going to say, I just sent you Aubameyang, you want to bring Dembele.
No, Dembele can relax. He must go play PlayStation in Catalonia. Hey, Arteta, there's no way. And then you've seen Arteta's not moving like that. All of these
Arteta's
guys,
from the school of Pep.
and all of these guys who want to express themselves slowly but surely. Ozil, what happened?
Bellerin.
All of you who want to express yourself.
Bellerin, the model.
He's doing it. Where's he? He's at Betis. Eh?
Yeah.
He plays football on the side.
Yeah.
Vegan. And he's
Vegan.
Bellerin's the poster child for vegan, isn't he?
He was on the at London Fashion Week. He's there on the runway. I
I'm gonna
said,
laugh that guy. But I think the Newcastle situation now.
In everything, you've named a lot of players, and you could play fantasy football, and you go, well, do they do a bulk deal with United and just send over a lot of people? I think you got to look at the guy who's already there that was supposed to change in Eddie Howe. Can Eddie Howe handle this level of ego plus this level of pressure?
That's what I'm
Because right now he's got
alluding
no
to.
pressure. Right now it's all Steve Bruce's fault.
Yeah.
Right now it goes, okay, well, this is what you left. He's had enough time. Okay, he got there, got COVID, and it's a weird situation. He's done nothing to change it. Nothing to change what's going on there.
but he's the interim before.
Well, he may be, but he's the guy who's got to save them from relegation.
Sure.
What has ever said to you about Eddie Howe? Nice, pretty football, played Bournemouth every time. And I'm telling you now, this is anecdotal, but I'm sure there's science behind it. Every time Eddie Howe got linked to a big job when Bournemouth are doing well, Bournemouth went on one of those stinking runs.
Yeah.
On a
There is
stinker.
nothing about him that says Eddie Howe, Coutinho, and Martial arrived there. Those are two problematic guys.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care what you say, the warmth, and you make a great point. But those guys are problematic.
Yeah.
I don't care what you could do. There's no self-motivation, what
Yeah.
I see out of those two.
Yeah.
True.
What is Eddie Howe going to do tactically, man management style, psychologically, that gets those two
Yeah.
at a level and then drags everyone up? And there's players there that would be lucky to play in the championship. John Joe Shelvey, technically phenomenal player.
Yeah.
The guy's a moron.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
He is
list.
an absolute moron. The amount of times he should be a leader. He played for Liverpool. He
Yeah.
got called up for England.
Yeah.
The amount of times he just lets Newcastle down.
Yeah.
That's not the guy I want saving.
Do you rate he checks out, eh? He does check out.
Completely.
It's not it. You can't be a lad. He's too much of a lad to be the captain of your football club.
Completely.
Isn't it
Lascelles
self?
is the guy,
Yeah.
but
There are players in that Newcastle squad who are would be lucky to be in the championship.
I agree.
I don't think Eddie Howe has it in him. Listen, they will probably get out because they will probably spend money. Callum Wilson, I think whenever you look at relegation, can the team score goals?
Yeah.
Callum Wilson's got it in.
On a run, the guy can score 10, 12 games in a row. And that saves him. That pulls him up and give him a bit of help.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting at Newcastle looking where I am in the table and I'm going, Martial and Coutinho pull up probably in fur coats on their private jets.
And you give them in duffel bags.
Yeah.
Man,
You give it to them in duffel bags.
relegate me now.
Here's my
Give me
thing.
Jared Bowen. Give me
Jared Bowen.
He's quality.
what's the youngster at Norwich with the long hair?
Cantwell.
Cantwell. Yeah.
Cantwell. Get me Conor Gallagher. Get me those types of
Yeah.
players all day. Guys will muck in, get stuck in, and get me out of this. I don't want to see Martial and Coutinho. And on the side of Martial, I don't know if you saw this week, he posted a picture on Instagram of him working out. So he just posted a post-workout selfie.
Yeah.
But he's like lying on the floor, shirt off, weights all around. Posted up, and the first comment on there, lying on the floor, you lazy twat.
No, it's unforgiving. It's too late now. It's Manchester United.
I'm
Don't you
sorry,
think
I don't want to see that.
With Anthony Martial, because I thought he was such a great player for United, but he was never ever used as a permanent player up front. Do you not think it's
a
That's
mental thing.
That's a great question, Ryan. Now, I think Ryan's also. I'm still yet to find United or non-Man United fans. I ask people all the time when we talk about Martial, what position is he? Can somebody tell me? Is he left, inside left, or is he a striker?
He got given, right? Go for it, right?
I was going to say, he's never been treated, as you say, he's never been treated as the guy. United have always put somebody ahead of him, or, let's try someone out. And Martial's had to come in and save United with a goal or two, day in, day out, off the sub, or off the bench.
What? No,
But do you not think that's the reason? right?
Exactly.
What's that?
Attitude, boy.
No, not even attitude. I just think let's talk about pure foot because we don't know what he's like.
Yeah.
Body language. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got terrible. I sulk all the time. So
Yeah, I know.
I don't. You guys know.
that, yeah.
You guys know. Yeah. So you can't tell. But how have there been so many managers, clever, tactical men? Because he's had a chance at number 9. He's
Sure.
had it.
Yeah.
He had the number 11. He's played where he's wanted to play.
Got you.
And he never does it.
I might say this, right, and I totally agree with you. I'm not on his side. If you're the guy, you're the guy. But let's just say he's a talented dude, is one thing that I've seen just in my short working career whereby I've employed young people and particularly talented people, they actually need structure. I've seen, especially these talented people, the Mavericks, they always like, oh, brew, I'm just vibes. Actually, what they need is structure. And he hasn't had that at Manchester United. And what we must remember, it's been chaos since he was 19. So he never actually had the time to knuckle down and develop because Van Gaal's in 1 minute, I'm on the left.
Coach is
now
on a
Mourinho's
Rolodex.
and Mourinho's demanding. I don't have time for you to grow. Get there now. Like, I'm not making excuses for him. And it may be an attitude thing. And he may not be the guy. All I'm saying is I just wish I could see him just somewhere with structure. And now you're the guy. Now you have no excuses. Like, now it's kind of like the Chelsea players now who got exposed and it was always Lampard was too loose at it. Now Loftus-Cheek and these guys are being exposed. It's like, okay, you're clearly not the guy because if Tuchel's giving you the safety net of structure, coaching, it looks the same. You're familiar with your role. I don't know if Martial had that.
And you're getting a shot, yeah.
And
So take into account the slight variance.
Yeah.
Why is he never blown up for France?
no,
All those things. Settled manager, great structure,
Yeah.
clearly defined role.
Yeah.
And you can't. Okay, Benzema wasn't always the guy. Wasn't the guy for a long time.
No, he was.
They were looking for the guy.
He was iced out, yeah.
Even so, take away all those things you said. Okay, he still wasn't the guy.
No, fair enough.
The guy. He's outrageously talented. There'll be a whole bunch of other excuses at Newcastle. I'm not here permanently. The coach doesn't get what I do. I've got no structure. The quality of players around him. Martial is just the hype around him matches the excuses around him.
What's that? Yeah, he's a pawn in a bigger game.
He's a pawn in a bigger game. It's the same reason. Who is that Manchester United player who left and went to Lyon, I think?
Memphis Depay.
Memphis.
No, but yeah.
He had no structure and then he went there and then he was the man there.
And you know what? Sometimes we forget.
Okay, but then look at since he's made the jump to Barcelona.
Yeah.
He started off great.
No, back to neutral.
But now the pressure's gone back to neutral. And there's some
Because-
guys
because-
that they go to Lyon.
Because the
Go
coach
to
is
Lyon.
dressed like that, that's why.
You can't have the coach being your best mate at the club. Yeah, don't get started.
Do you see what Xavi was wearing this week?
I saw.
Oh my God.
I saw.
No wonder Jordi Alba fell on the floor in embarrassment. He walks there, tries to get the ball from Conde, sees Xavi. Oh my God,
no.
I can't believe this guy. We're in Barcelona. Look how he's dressed. Block my eyes. He wasn't diving. He
we
saw his
taking-
coach.
Are we taking this seriously or not, Xavi?
Because he wants to be one of the boys still.
No, it's
Getting
no,
worse.
it's getting worse.
It's
Yeah.
getting worse.
What was he wearing then? I didn't see that.
At least it was dark denims before.
Yeah.
Now it's blue.
Blue, boy. It's like
Blue
blue,
jean.
Washed.
Blue jean.
With like a bomber on a white tee. I was like, this guy's not serious.
The open zip.
Yeah.
Opens up.
No, man. You're one of the greatest sportsmen of all time.
Jordi Alba's just, I
Can't believe it.
my eyes.
You were such a good player. What happened? I remember.
Come back to this hellhole.
Yeah, what
then-
fresh hell is this?
He said, look guys, I'm not wearing a suit until you guys fix it.
Maybe. maybe that's the deal.
Because in my time it wasn't like this.
Maybe that's
I'm finding people, they don't take me seriously. Fine, I'm also not going to take it seriously.
Plus, this is my house.
It's my house.
You
No,
guys
I
live
am.
the house I built. I know you guys.
You guys have defiled it.
Messi's gone now.
Messi's gone.
Let me tell you the truth. It was me this whole time.
Yeah.
Says Xavi.
maybe that's
You saw Pep, he used to wear suits. Now he let himself go.
It's my.
Can't put
He's
on a tie.
betrayed Catalonia. Only I'm here. The prodigal son has returned. That's what Xavi's saying.
in my jean pants.
Bogart. Wowzers, hey?
You guys don't even have a club suit anymore. So much debt.
Yeah, look at you.
Now I have to take out my wardrobe.
These fines are for coffee, by the way. We can't afford it.
Yeah.
Gotta throw
No,
that.
don't blame. There's a lot of things Barcelona did wrong. There's a lot of debt. They're paying for it. Xavi came. You know how much money that guy was earning in the Middle East?
Oh, yeah, he won
All
the
of
lottery.
it.
Remember when he won the lottery?
All of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. When
Doesn't he have an oil rig?
all of it. And that's
Yeah.
what the US is.
What I'm loving
The
about
most part, that stuff must cost a fortune.
Yeah.
somebody said to me, where's the Monopoly bank that Barcelona bank at? Because Ferran Torres cost 50 million in real money.
Yeah.
How are they paying for that? And I loved it.
Aren't there new plans ahead for a new stadium?
With what money?
Whoa.
That's
No,
Real
no,
Madrid.
no, no, but I'm
Refurbishment.
saying,
Like
they post it on their
Jacob
social media?
Gezekek Samsholozi did a refurbishment for 247
Nah,
million.
but he said he didn't ask for those things. He said he just woke
No,
up
well,
on
the
those things.
They were just
refurbishment
there.
happened.
They was just there.
But it did happen.
Because they
There
kept
was
on
a
asking
fire
him.
pool.
He was like, he said, you know what, I didn't ask for these things. I just
Yeah,
woke
yeah.
up and they were there.
No, which is fair. I mean, a fire pool is not something that's ever been requested by anyone in the world.
So the Barcelona, just seriously, the stadium, money being spent on stadium refurbishments is separate to the debt that they're in. So it's so that's separated out. And obviously the Ferran Torres money is they're saving money on Aguero's salary. So they can spend there. How they arrive at a figure of 50 million,
PK floated them.
it must be something that's
Shakira.
bonkers. But like I say, they must know somebody's leaving.
Yeah, 100%.
Coutinho, Dembele, somebody's leaving. They must know money's coming in. They've been making huge savings, but Ferran Torres, 50 million. How they arrive at that amount is
Where's he going to play?
number 9. They
Number
don't have a
9,
striker. Aguero's gone out. You got Braithwaite and De
that's-
Jong.
And vibes.
That's true.
So listen, Ferran Torres. I don't know if you ever watched Ferran Torres play for Spain.
No.
Different beast.
Valencia.
And when he's at Valencia,
Yay.
for Spain, he's a striker. He's Luis Enrique's striker. He's his number 9. And in that system, he'll work. And the guy will score goals. He will score goals. It's not a bad investment that they're making. I don't think it's a stupid move. 50 million, who knows, but they must know money's coming.
Do you know they must have I think they must have begged Pep. Say,
No,
please,
something
please.
weird's going on.
You feel for us, don't you?
You know what Barcelona are like right now? Because this is Ferran Torres, but they get linked, Martial, and whatever. They're like that. We all had that friend in varsity. Oh, but I'm so broke, hey. Yes, but I'm so broke. Oh, let's go. Yeah, they got a £5 drink special. Meantime, he's buying Jaeger bombs at the bar. So, I thought you broke. Oh, but Wacky Wednesday. Give me the other burger. We'll have that guy.
Incredible.
That's Real Madrid, dude. Real Madrid said had no money, and then they said, here's the 200 million for Mbappe. Hey, but also Florentino Perez.
No, that's another level. Real Madrid are...
No, that was a flex. They were
Yeah,
never spending that
Barcelona are an incredible thing to watch right now. Like, also, I'm very confused by Ferran Torres' thinking. Unless he did the classic Spanish thing, my wife couldn't settle, and whatever nonsense they make up about the weather. Like, I can't think of a better place to be than Man City, of all clubs in the world.
But
And your coach is Spanish as well.
But-
And also, Paulo, I got to tell you, I'm worried. Why can't you beat Gabriel Jesus into that number 9? Because we can see Pep doesn't like him. What's gone wrong there?
Well, look, Pep doesn't play with the classic
That
number
system.
9, so you have to be it. And also, Ferran Torres, right? I always found it a weird move to begin with.
To go to City, right?
I always felt it strange. I remember Ferran Torres, 20 years old, he didn't grow up dreaming of playing for City.
Yeah.
He grew up dreaming of playing for Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Real
So I
Madrid.
think we can be myopic when you look at it, go, oh, who wouldn't want to play in the Premier League? The guy's going, Barcelona. And listen, every player worth his salt goes, I could be the guy. I could turn it around.
Yeah.
You know, it
that's-
might
And
be
you know,
me.
and you know us, Valencia. We're a feeder club for Barca.
That's it.
And you know,
They can't take what they want.
He's got to back himself that it could be him.
This is my time.
Ferran's going up, he's going, I don't want to go to Catalonia.
My dream is to play Madrid.
He say, big go. And he say,
You know all these guys.
he say, good manager. Javi is my hero.
I grew up with posters.
I get the money, mucho dinero, and I'll be happy. I play the football. All right, well, good luck to you, son. Good luck to you. Remember to bring your own coffee because they can't afford a cup of coffee.
What if he gets there and lights it up?
No cup, it's not gonna happen. It's a mess. What's happening with Memphis now? Is he gonna be the drinks carrier? I think
Right.
he was playing false 9. What do you do with Ansu Fati now? What do you do with De Jong now?
And Gavi's cooking now.
It's gonna be awesome. You know what? I know what's gonna happen. All that's gonna happen is that Xavi's gonna change his wash jeans to a different color. It's gonna set this thing alight. It's definitely gonna happen. Barcelona, electric factory as it stands. On the other side, now tomorrow is the birthday of
JC.
JC, but we're gonna talk about another person who shares that name from a slightly different part of the world. It is gonna be Paulo's weird world of football, and boy, oh boy, am I looking forward to it. The MKT Show. I like to hear about people's drinking and eating strategies. Now, I don't drink alcohol, but there has to be a strategy for Christmas, right? For those of us lucky enough to be spending it with family. I'm lucky enough not to be spending it with family this year. Great family. I love my family. But I'm glad they're elsewhere. Like, this I'm old now. I like my own stuff in my own house. Got a pretty nice house now as well. Starting to, I pay my rent, which is nice. I can live in my house.
I saw the outside of your house. I wasn't even allowed in the gate.
Yeah, well.
I wasn't even allowed in that side of the street. I had to stop on the other side of the street.
Yeah, I don't want to say the factors that led to that. And now, especially with you trying to out Thanos me, I am going to tell our body corp in the street. And you probably, if you want to drive into my road, you'll have to drive around. Yeah, goes around the
Because
other
it's a private road as well.
It is a private
There's no
road.
going through it.
Yeah, so that's just another thing. Now I'm going to add this to our docket for 2020 because we do have a new, what do you call it? Person that looks after your area after the elections.
Ward
Counselor.
Ward councillor. So I'll chat to her. I'll say, if you see this Portuguese looking guy, very nice guy. He's really courteous. If you see him driving in the street though, know that.
Ice him out.
Yeah, all this stuff going on. He's trying to out Thanos me. And she'll know because I met her. I met her the other day. She was walking on the street. So, Paolo, you've made your choice now. And now it is inevitable that,
I understand.
yeah, it has led you to me. Thanos, unbeatable, this guy. But important, Christmas. Guys, do you have a strategy for Christmas, Paolo? Are you, obviously with COVID and things like that, people need to be a little more careful. We're doing what we're doing. But have you guys got a strategy this year? Are you hosting Christmas? Have you got family coming, or how's it going for you?
Yeah. So I host Christmas. Portuguese family. Everyone's in town.
Every year? Are you under that pressure every year?
I have recently taken up the mantle.
Oh,
Well,
the MVP.
no, I have questions because being a middle class spoiled brat, I was saying yesterday, is that how nice is your house? You've obviously got the size, right? Because I always used to say to my dad, because he used to make us go back to like Eslalin, to the rural area or to other family. I always used to say, Dad, why don't they all just come here? We have the nicest house. We have a pool here. I have PlayStation here. I have Xbox here. I've got a massive screen. Should I want to tap out of the whole adult situation? I'm fine here. They can all come here. Lots of bedrooms in this house. Lots of space. We can put mattresses everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. They can all sleep here. Oh, it's hot. It's summer as well. Go for a swim. Nobody else has a swimming pool. Why are we going? My aunt has a nicer house now, though she lives in Eagle Canyon now.
Wow.
Yeah, boy, oh boy.
Big flex.
Yeah, no. She's doing it. She's doing the things and more.
Making the pots.
If her house looked like that 25 years ago, happy guy. Do you have the nicest house in your family?
No, I don't have the nicest house at all, nor the biggest house. But I'm just the. I got a swimming pool. If it doesn't rain, it's fine. But it looks like it's going to rain tomorrow, so everybody is on. It's we're making plans. We're scrambling.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm the eldest son, the eldest nephew,
Stable.
the eldest cousin.
So you're the heir.
And I'm neutral in the family.
Not hated, not loved.
No, loved.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Loved, adored,
let's go
never
to Paolo's
ignored.
house.
Loved, adored, never ignored. That's
Never
me.
ignore.
My man.
Manchester United living it out in real life.
I get it in there early. I'm cognizant. My family's all got businesses.
Yeah.
So today's busy. They're pumping today.
I got you.
They got no time to set up.
Yes.
What am I doing? I'm here hanging around with my friends. doing crap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is what
Trying to
I'm-
out-Thanos a mate of yours. Yeah.
There's people like doing real jobs in bottle stores.
Communicating to the...
Yeah.
Listen, here's my
That's
fam-
where you don't want to find yourself. Imagine working.
Here's my family's businesses.
Let's hear it.
2 bottle stores and a butcher.
Worst businesses this time.
These are the people coming to my house.
Today, are you saying that
2 bottle stores and a butcher.
But also on a Friday.
wait, do they extend operating hours today?
Well, bottle stores have to close
At
by... Well, it's 8 today, but they'll close at 5 or 6. And the butcher, again, will also close at 5.
But also, guys, you forget 2 key things. It's 2 public holidays back to back, and they fall on a weekend.
So,
That's what I'm
bottle
saying.
stores don't open till Tuesday again.
Aren't they open?
Some will open,
yeah.
but private stores like my
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
they won't open.
No, because they're not heathens.
So they won't open, but
you're
definitely
you're-
not opening Sunday.
Have they sent you photos of the line? Like,
No, it's listen, and my uncle, the one bottle store is a drive-through bottle store.
Oh, it's one of those.
MVP.
Krugersdorp.
Wait, I stopped drinking a while ago. When did these come out?
No, I promise you.
There's 2 in Krugersdorp.
There's one in Krugersdorp that I go to, and I'm not even kidding. I drove to it
Tiago.
this one day.
Which one? Do you go there with the big Johnny Walkers on the outside?
But by the diner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Tiago. The guy who was saying that guy I know who's got this new comic book and all the statues.
yeah?
That's him. That's
And
the son.
I'm not even kidding. They have, and I couldn't believe their
it's a
marketing
drive-thru.
because they have shot girls handing out shots at the drive
They
to
understand.
try the new alcohol.
Wait, that's
the
tricky, but
markets.
that's breaking the law, though.
Well,
Well, he's not saying he's
you
giving
know,
to the
for the
drivers.
passengers.
Passengers.
What if you're by yourself?
So my uncle's about 3 kilometers away from him, right?
so it's a Borra Squared bottle store.
That's Krugersdorp.
Are they business partners
Only
or
Portuguese.
it's just...
No. They're,
It's like the 5 families, you know, in the mafia.
But
Okay.
everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, drive-through bottle stores. So yes, there's a store you can go in.
Yeah.
But people will sit and queue, especially women, people in cars, and just lazy people. And they'll basically, you go up, you place your order, they send runners into the store, get your stuff, load it on the back of the bucky, cruise door,
Yeah.
tap, and go.
My
You
man.
can call before, and you can call before,
yeah.
and order it and have it ready.
Do you know what's annoying, right? With Mr. Delivery and all these other
bottles,
apps,
they
Uber
tried
Eats.
bottles.
No, let me tell you what's annoying. I called ahead. I was in Cape Town. When I was in Cape Town running the 100 mile the day after, I'm like, I want... so I'm getting a burger from a famous... burger joint, right?
Franchise, yeah.
It wasn't working on either app. I've never used Uber Eats, but it just wasn't working at the time, whatever was happening. So I called them. I'm like, oh, hey, okay, I'm going to come there. Can I just order now? Put my order in. I'm coming there to pay now.
Did they say no?
No, you have to do it through the app.
Why? No!
Why?
Yo, welcome just died.
So since I'm not alone.
I'm telling you right now.
Like, I'm trying to think, who's the bad person? Is it? Are they scared I'm not going to come?
No, even if you don't
How
come.
am I a threat to the business
No,
model?
you must tweet them.
No, I
Tweet them
couldn't.
with
It was-
threats. Then they jump.
Oh, yeah. If
So-
you name and shame. Oh.
It's weird, isn't
Then
it?
they say, yeah, we'll go to your DMs to discuss it. They say,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
got him.
No.
always-
When companies want to DM me, no. We're having this in the schoolyard.
In the comments.
You made me this
Going
person.
down.
This happens. I don't need to divulge my phone number. I'll give you my email address. This is in the schoolyard. This isn't around the corner.
Okay, so I'm not... Okay, but I want to get back to the Christmas thing quickly before we do Paula's Weird All Football. So you don't have the nicest house. You don't have the biggest house. Why is the person with all of the... Or is the person with all of those things one of the business owners that you...
Yeah. So my whole family is, like I say, they're all working today.
Okay.
So you can't expect to set up
No,
all
no,
that
no,
stuff.
no.
Like I know how much stuff I've got to do this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I haven't been, like I said, I've been messing around with my friends. I haven't
No,
been
it's true.
working today.
But in...
The cool thing is, didn't pay a cent for booze or meat.
Yeah,
so-
that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
It comes with benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you go to
You
their
just
house,
go-
you got to
yeah.
buy meat. Yeah.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Okay.
I have to make money. You at the house? Don't worry, I'll bring the booze.
I knew, Paula. I knew there was something
Oh,
else.
no, obvious, bro.
Paolo, I also have a question. I had a friend of mine who
No,
watched
you
the
can't
show.
get a discount now that you know he owns his cousin owns it.
I had a friend of mine, a Portuguese friend, who watched the show a couple of days ago when we were discussing this, and So at the Christmas party the other night with my friends, I had a conversation, and he was laughing at the way I think of, fascists and things. And I said to him, I'm genuine question. When you guys, because he's a Christian Portuguese, he says apparently he's one of the few that aren't Catholic. So I was like, do you portray Santa Claus in a different way? Like, do you have to leave? And I made a joke. I just said, do you have to leave like stick meat and something for him instead of cookies or whatever? But he felt very offended, and I just said,
that is a bit insensitive.
No, look, it was a joke.
Although, was he offended about what? About the stick meat thing or the Father Christmas thing?
He was more upset at the fact that I called it stick meat and not an espetado. So
that jumped out at me immediately.
Oh, that's the offensive part. Okay.
Get it right, bro.
So in the Portuguese culture, is Santa Claus? Does he have a different story? Does he have a different? Is it the same as every?
So are you suggesting
Santa
like
Claus?
Krampus for the Germans? Like, are you suggesting he might have a dark side? Could he maybe be a good footballer? Is he left-footed? Can he
Is
ping
there
it
a
in the top
different
corner?
cultural movement with Santa Claus?
Paolo, before Paolo answers that, so what might you like the Portuguese version of Santa Claus to have? Or are you thinking, what is it? He's a technically gifted central midfielder? What's the attribute you might think? Because you're obviously already... Ryan, if there's one thing that's true...
now, to be honest. I'm imagining a Portuguese Santa.
Because one thing I've learned from human beings, that you're now in it as well, is the questions we ask determine the answers we get, Ryan. And you've done an incredible job there to kind of shape Paolo's answer. Now, let me get it out of you before Paolo answers. What might you like to impose on your sort of stereotypical version of a Portuguese Father Christmas? Just give me one thing you might think. Portuguese people do this.
Careful how you answer.
I'm thinking the way of transport. Like, is it a sleigh?
Or
I don't know.
Okay, let me pick it up there.
Is it
There, here it is.
no, let's hear it.
Here it is.
You've had your turn, Paolo. Go ahead.
This name is Santa Carlos.
You are unbelievable.
He's coming one BMW box shape. He's no a sleigh. The sleigh is too slow,
Oh my
So Santa
God.
Carlos, she comes. He's got a very nice things for all the children. Don't worry, they just fall off the truck. Don't worry. I've got the receipt at home. I'm losing it. Don't you worry. Okay. He's not coming your chimney.
Yeah.
I'm not coming the chimney.
Those are too nice for that.
No, it's gonna make my shoes dirty,
He's wearing a chain.
Oh, he's got the chain, he's got the bracelet, he's got it all. This is Santa Carlos, you remember?
The guy.
You say, ow, open the door, children. And the only thing is why he's got a red nose, he's not a reindeer. It's because of Johnny Walker Blue. This will make my nose very red, So,
Right,
your friend.
No, I'm
No,
very
right,
satisfied
you
at
did
this
this.
point.
You that was you who did this.
And it's not racist. I'll show you my Portuguese ID card. I'm allowed making these jokes.
On Instagram, yeah.
Honest to God, I once got a complaint. Back in the day when I was at a radio station, we used to do skits. I used to do skits for a 7 to 10 show for a DJ called Reverend John, right? I don't know if anyone remembers it.
Yeah.
We used to do parody songs and skits and little things. And one of the characters I did was this guy, Tony Teixeira. And
Tony
this voice,
Yes,
right?
you want
Yeah.
And he was, we did this like queer eye for the straight guy type of ripoff. But one of the characters was a Portuguese guy teaching you how to be Portuguese.
Sure.
Teach you how to be an oak.
Yeah.
And we got complaints from Portuguese people say that I played on stereotypes, that it holds back Portuguese people.
Yes.
And any Portuguese I told about this, man, I know you don't like swearing, so I'm not gonna say it. But anyway, the word "if you" was used of anybody who gets offended by that.
But stereotypes come from
Plus, you're inside.
you within.
I'm inside, but I got complaints.
That's incredible.
I got complaints.
Did they know your name was Paulo
No,
Diaz?
they knew. I knew I'm Portuguese. We even addressed it on the show. They're like, but you're Portuguese. What?
But you can never.
It was Cape Town Portuguese. I bet you. It's definitely
Yeah,
Cape Town
we've
Portuguese.
spoken about this. We've
It's
spoken
definitely
about
Cape Town Portuguese.
the sort of civil war that's subtly going on and brewing up between.
But
Cape
anyway,
Town
I'm
and
glad I
Joburg.
could tell you guys about Santa Carlos.
Who-
So all the children are waiting today, excitedly to
What
see
does
what.
what does he
Santa
say
Carlos.
as he comes down the chimney?
And you get it. You go, bye. Why is the box? I'm like my toys so much, but the box is broken. No worries. He's just full of Santa's car. You bite macro, don't worry.
This is the best thing I've heard all day.
Ryan, you did this. You did this.
Right, it's cultural. It's cultural. It's cultural.
Santa Claus.
Yes.
Oh, God. Well,
We need a t-shirt now. Now I've got to make 100 Santa Claus t-shirts.
I won't have a problem with my family showing up in my house tomorrow.
Incredible.
I'll
Yeah,
offend
once they see this.
Can you imagine how we just laughed at this story? Can you imagine when they told the original story, how ridiculous it must have sounded? But because we've all grown up with this story, it's a regular thing. But imagine how ridiculous does it actually feel?
Well, things always get more ridiculous when people think they're special. So whenever you go, no, because you know how it is no. I want him to have closer attributes. Like Paolo's now.
Oh, yeah, same,
like
yeah.
that's when it gets ridiculous because all human beings are ridiculous. I wish more people could realize each and every single one of us as we walk on this earth, whatever we are, Portuguese, Italian, Xhosa, whatever, every part of us is made up and ridiculous. When you go, what do they say? When in doubt, zoom out.
Yeah.
If you zoomed out on all of us thinking, no, here, this line here makes me Italian. This line here makes me Ugandan.
Yeah.
But you know how ridiculous that sounds.
Yeah.
But we don't think that. We're in it. So what just happened there? I hear you, Ryan, but it's only going to get more ridiculous because at some stage, he's not going to be allowed to be left-handed. You know, if Santa Claus is left-handed, it's going to represent something, and I'm absolutely here for it.
Wait.
it's coming.
Wait until he goes LGBTQ.
Yeah, why not? Oh, and I'm here for it, along with Lewis Hamilton, who wore the colours when he lost to Max Verstappen.
And he wore but it's because of the part of the world they were in.
When he lost.
Well, he did it in Saudi Arabia as well.
Oh, it's not the reason he lost, though. It's just 'cause... Oh, sorry, you meant...
What?
Yeah.
Bulelo.
It's manufactured, Lewis says. This feels manufactured. So maybe pay some tax, pal. Maybe you'll win next time, you know what I mean?
I pay my taxes. That's what it makes it to.
Says I'm Sir Lewis Hamilton. Shout out to him getting knighted, though, huh?
But you know what? I don't think... for me, it's also, it's diluted.
No, life can't give you everything.
No,
Imagine he
no.
won and he got knighted.
No, it's not. Do you know I say it feels diluted? It looked like Prince Charles hit a half jack before he knighted him.
You reckon he's...
Yeah, I didn't do it properly. He was like...
No, but he's old now, dude. You guys...
And he's hacked that. He's still not on the throne.
And also, he probably hasn't been... old Charlie hasn't been with the personal trainer. You know what I mean? It's lockdown.
I mean, do you think he's busy with Camilla? Frolicking.
Yeah, Camilla Parker Bowles, she can't win.
She's the ultimate... No, but she's the ultimate villain.
The thing is, she was set up to fail by herself. Yeah. She was probably in the corner going, I can see this Diana. She talks too much.
But
Lizzie
she was
doesn't
there
like
before
her.
Diana.
Yeah, but, obviously...
I know what he likes. She doesn't know him like I know him.
No, he's not.
She is the Brooke Logan
This guy. God.
of real life.
Well, people say...
Because your mom wasn't rooting for Brooke in the story.
No, that's very true. And also, one thing I do have to say, right, for whatever we think of, I can't believe you just called it that. But you can't win. That's the one unwinnable thing, is once somebody who didn't call themselves the People's Princess is called by the people the People's Princess, there's no winning. It's like, if you ever compare yourself to Jesus Christ, you'll never win. Like, he was the ultimate people's champ. Like, The Rock was...
The people's champ.
But he's playing around when it comes to JC. Because, in order to be the real Stapora, the people have to choose you. You can't
But it's like,
impose
that's
it on the people. Shout out to
that's
Diana.
what they were saying, like, about Muhammad Ali. They said, like, him.
No, every hero, the people have to choose you. It's like Kyrie Irving's trying to get himself chosen.
No, it's like the head boy. We all know who the real head boy is. You're just there to cut ribbons. Boy,
Yeah.
You set aside, boy. Come tell us.
Anyway, Paolo's Weird World of Football is something I want to get into. Now, Paolo, this week, as we close out 2021, I just want to say, before we get into Paolo's Weird World of Football, this has been an awesome time, by the way. That we, all things, whether good or bad, must come to an end. It's been an awesome time, I think, being in this environment. But there's always a new level to go to,
Yeah, you have to unlock it.
Super grateful to everyone who's given us this opportunity. But we will be on an extended production break. Look out on social media. I will definitely, and we'll make sure to keep you posted. But as we go forward, the podcast will be available across all platforms, right? So I just want to say, before we get into Paolo's Weird World of Football, that this has been an awesome year. And thanks to you guys. You've seen new faces at the back there. You've met Ryan. Hey, Ryan, you're pretty new. And obviously, a constantly evolving character. 1 quarter Jewish at a stage. He's now
1/8.
been diluted to 1/8. So it's been awesome to get him
They took
on board.
half.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I want to deal with the truth, not what he tells me. So Ryan's new. Sipo has been part of the team. There's Welcome at the back there. There's Senzo, who's been new. Obviously, James is down with his old mumsy, who he couldn't be happy for when she was having lunch by the beach. But yesterday, hopefully, James got sand in his burger. Not too much, just to make it uncomfortable. We don't want him having too much of a good time, because I want people to do well, not too well. I mean, come on, James. As if James could have been happy for his mom, I would have been happy for him. He couldn't, so I'm not. It's been an awesome part of the journey, but as with everything in life, things must come to an end. And Paulo Diaz will go again next year. I just wanted to get that out there before we started. Paulo's Weird World of Football. Paulo, every time you say this Weird World of Football thing, I think he's peaked. He's peaked. Like every time I'm like, he has to run out of
the content. Like it. Come on, man.
Not this guy. Paulo, what?
And you know, he goes into the skullduggerous part of football.
It's because he's a football fan.
Yeah, the skullduggerous part. This part of like, see, man.
You know, if Jeremy Maggs did it, he'd do an awesome job. It'll be well done journalistically.
Yeah.
But he's not a football fan, so he doesn't know actually what football fans are thinking. You know, like Sky always give us the stuff that
The corporate stuff.
No, I want to know.
Working class.
I want to know what's Jack Grealish actually like. Does he actually like bigger black girls?
What is the owner like? What does he do in the spare time when he's not sitting in the stands? What's his real job?
Who's Roman's best mate?
Where does he get the money from?
Why is Marina here? How long has she been his assistant? What did she do before? And Paulo always takes us there. And you know what I like about Paulo? Because he understands the industry. He doesn't take us too far. He always just leaves me wondering. I have to go home and Google. Like, wait, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, having said that, Paulo, quite a build-up for Paulo's Weird World of Football, but
There is meant to be a graphic, but James did take leave and he left
With the graphic.
with the graphic.
but there's no internet in the Eastern Cape as well. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And he was in denial about that.
So I know James James always adds something to the graphic, but today
It's fine, Ryan. Thanks for the explanation. You know, I'm predominantly an audio guy anyway,
Yeah,
so I like to do graphics with my mind.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, yes?
Very good what you've done there.
Oh, yeah, well, you
Theatre
do have
of the
the-
mind. I like
Yeah.
it. No,
You do have Yoda as your...
Right.
As your
Yeah.
Explain it.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, yes, I did feel, you know, it is the time of telling stories about Jesus. And since we are three wise men here, I thought let's follow ourselves
Can I get off this head? No. Can I go?
to Bethlehem. It's a terrible road to Bethlehem, lots of potholes. But once you go through, you got to go through if you want to get to Clarence.
Jeez.
Now, that is excellent because there's so many people left out of that. But, if you
Yes. But those who get it,
Google South
South
Africa,
Africa.
if you get it, you get
It's
it.
very
All right.
South African. So I want to tell you the story about Jesus, but not the Jesus.
Yeah.
This is George Jesus.
Yes.
George Jesus.
Yes.
Okay. Mentioned him last week, and I said this guy's outrageous. You guys had kind of heard about him, but I said no. This guy's the gift that keeps on giving to Portuguese football. He looks like, I was going to say he looks like an old Bon Jovi, but he basically looks like Bon Jovi.
Yeah, that's just
Right.
say Bon Jovi.
It's Bon Jovi. He's in his 60s, 67-year-old man, long grey hair.
It's the hair that kills
He's
me.
got this outrageously long grey hair. He's the coach of Benfica, right? But he's so much more. He's so much more. He middling player, didn't have a crazy career, came through the Sporting Academy. His father was a Sporting player, played a couple of games for Sporting, and then had a journeyman career, retired in his mid-30s, nothing spectacular, and started coaching. Again, coached for about 15 years, nothing spectacular, moved around to a couple of clubs. But he started getting success with smaller clubs in Portugal and getting one or two into the then UEFA Cup, and he gets himself a crack at Braga. So now Braga is a decently sized club in the Portuguese league, and a lot of the chairmen of the big three look at Braga and go, look, if you can do it at Braga, you might just get a chance here.
Yeah.
And he was the last man to win the Intertoto Cup.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Remember the Intertoto
Yeah.
Cup?
Yeah.
It was this weird
No.
pre-summer European tournament.
Yeah.
You got invited in for, like, if you're fair play, and
yeah.
got the least yellow
There was
card.
no rules. There was no real, like...
It's just weird.
Yeah, it wasn't really based on how
No
good you
holds
were
bar.
at football.
No, it was
you
like
have to be a nice guy.
Yeah, a nice guy.
Basically.
It was
Good
weird.
oak.
Anyway, but he won it, and the first Portuguese team, and he's the last person to win it. So well done to him.
Yeah.
So after this, he gets the Benfica job, right? And now Benfica are a storied club.
Yeah.
And just because of the curse of Bella Goodman, You know, Benfica broke Real Madrid's 5 in a row of European Cups. If not for Bela Gutmann's curse, Benfica could be sitting with like
7 Champions League or
5,
something.
6, 7. Yeah, they could be sitting with a handful.
Yeah.
More than Liverpool. I hear they got 6. People have told me.
Get him, Paulo.
Not that I'm in love with Benfica, but they're a storied club. Despite how storied they are, most of their records, their most successful coach, their win sits with Jorge Jesus.
What?
He's been phenomenally successful with Benfica.
Yeah.
Just some of the records that he holds with Benfica. He's the first coach to win 10 titles, 10 trophies, not 10 titles, 10 trophies with him. Now think about their history. He's the first coach to win 10 trophies. He is the most successful coach in the Lisbon Derby. He has the most, the record for the most minutes without conceding a goal. He's the coach who's won the most points in a league. He's got the highest scoring team in the league. He's got the most games with Benfica. Basically, every record Benfica he holds.
He Thanos the game.
He Thanos. He's complete for the success. How successful Benfica are, he's uber successful with them.
Yeah.
Right?
She was.
The thing that he's more successful in Portugal than Mourinho. One more than Mourinho.
Yeah.
Okay, just doesn't have the European trophy to go with it.
Sure.
Bela Gutmann curse.
Sure. Two European.
He made the European. He's made a couple of finals, but of course doesn't win them. And the most annoying thing about him as a sporting fan is Benfica play really good football.
Yeah, they do. Look at the players that come out of
Yeah,
Benfica.
I mean, they're really, everything's fast. It's attacking, hard pressing, full backs like sitting pretty much in the box.
Yeah.
He plays great football. So this isn't, even though he's like quite a nutritional guy, because he's a hell of a nutritional, I'll tell you some of the things he does. He's plays great football.
Yeah.
And more successful than Mourinho. So yes, in Portugal.
Yeah. Just in case we didn't get it the first time.
And he often reminds Mourinho about it.
Oh, really?
No, he often brings it up.
Oh, are they?
Oh no, because they're massive egos. They are massive
awesome.
egos. No, they're massive.
But Porto as well.
No, I like it. I like
In
Benfica.
Portugal, you either Team Jesus or Team Mourinho. It's one of those, right?
Okay.
The other, right. So he has this great time at Benfica, runs, wins things, wins a couple in a row, wins back-to-backs, does all the things. He, after his most successful season, he won 6 titles, 6 trophies that season.
That's crazy.
Okay, won everything he
Yeah.
could in Portugal. Portugal's got a lot of like little Bob Save, Super Cup weird.
Bob save.
Super,
So it's like South Africa.
Exactly, they've got a couple of weird things.
Bob save. Win.
Northman's Cup.
End of 2015, he had won 3 titles in a row. Goes to
Three-peat.
negotiate. They say, you want too much money, get out of here. Contract ended. After everything he's done to Benfica, get out of here.
Why didn't he Bela Gutmann them? I would have done it. You said you guys are doing this again.
Well, he kind of Bela Gutmann them because he said, well, I'm going to leave and I'm going to go. And to give you 2 of these, I'm going to Sporting. Right.
Boss.
So it's one thing to go to Porto, it's another thing to go to Sporting.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
up yours.
Lisboa.
You want out, I'm out. And Sporting quite happily took him. They had a super egotist chairman at the time who was more than happy to take him. Bet the farm on taking Jorge Jesus. Jesus comes in and now he had a team of Rui Patricio, William Carvalho, Daniel Podence,
Yeah,
who's at
that
Wolves.
team's
And he went to go buy Bruno Fernandes. He bought Bruno Fernandes back from Italy to come,
Sampdoria.
to Sampdoria to come play. And doesn't win the league, but has Sporting's most points gained in a season. Even last season when they won the title,
Yeah.
they didn't win as many points, get as many points
Yeah,
as
got
they
you.
won
Yeah,
this
yeah.
season. They didn't win the league, they finished second to Benfica. Great, signs a new contract. But that season, the president of Portugal at the time, of Sporting at the time, the egotist,
Yes.
he didn't like the power Jorge Jesus had, and he didn't like the power the players had more than him.
Yes.
So he allegedly arranged for hooligans to storm the training ground and beat up the players. Right?
This is unbelievable.
Right? Gets them in the training to beat up some of the players. Rui Patricio, Bruno Fernandes, William Carvalho, Daniel Podence, and a couple of others. Rafa Leao,
Yeah.
who's at
Really?
AC Milan now,
Yeah.
was part of this team. Jorge Jesus was the manager. Jorge Jesus threw a few punches.
Oh, you can
yes.
see.
No, no,
You
of
can
course,
look at him.
He looks like that.
Look at him. He's like, oh, you want the smoke.
I mean, yeah.
He went out swinging. And of course, through this, all those players were allowed to rescind their contracts. So Sporting lost all their talent,
Wow.
for nothing. why sporting fans love Bruno Fernandes so much is because he rescinded his contract, because everyone did, and he came back a little while later and said, no, I'm coming back. I don't want more money, but up my release clause.
Yeah.
Because you guys have been screwed over the situation. When I eventually leave, I want you to get money, a lot of money. So that's why sporting fans love him. So Jorge Jesus, after what could have been a good time with Sporting, we're playing good football. We had a really nice team.
Yeah.
And I got a quote about Bruno Fernandes, what he said about Jorge Jesus later. Now he leaves and he goes to take some easy money at Al Hilal, right?
Excellent.
And an
Great
Oryx.
business
in
model.
Saudi Arabia.
We all need a retirement package.
They all need a retirement package, but a decent record, but he didn't last too long and left after, I don't even think he finished a full season there. Then he makes the craziest move that I've seen for a very long time. He goes to Flamengo.
What? That's pressure.
Right? So South Americans,
You got Rio on your back.
look, Brazilians don't like Brazilians telling them how to play soccer. So they're never going to like South Americans, a European coming in to tell them how to play
100%.
A
soccer.
Portuguese-speaking one as well.
Portuguese speaking on top of everything. So he goes in, and for the first part of the season, it was like every time they won, it's because you got fantastic players and a lot of money. Every time they lost, oh, well, you're a terrible coach. You know what it is.
Of course.
But eventually starts winning them over, and he wins the Brazilian League and Copa Libertadores. The stats on those, he's the first international manager to win an international trophy with the Brazilian team, right? First
World Club Cup.
Amazing.
First with Libertadores.
Yeah.
Oh, Libertadores.
Right? So because Libertadores
No, it's-
is their
yeah.
Champions League,
All
right?
off, yeah.
He was the fifth to win the Copa Libertadores with a foreign club. So I don't quite understand how that works.
Yeah.
But anyway, he broke a whole bunch of records, even with the Brazilian title. He was
Wait,
the
when did
first-
you go to Flamengo?
So this was 2019.
Oh, I thought you
20
might have had Ronaldinho. I would have
No,
been like,
oh no, this was 2019. I mean, he's even the first non-Brazilian to win a Brazilian title. Only one Argentinian has won. An Argentinian won it in the first year that they started the league. So he's the first. So this is what the guy does.
You know, he's a messiah.
Scores goals, great football. This
Yeah.
is what his teams do, and I think they just lost the Club World Cup. I think they lost to Chelsea.
Chelsea have never won the Club World Cup.
Not yet, yeah. Not yet.
Anyway, they got to the Club World Cup final and they lost, but I think it. So now comes, okay, listen, you're having a great time in South America. All is forgiven. Come back to Portugal. So Benfica go and get him, right? Now,
Oh boy.
Benfica spend, this is the last hurrah, 105 million they spend in the transfer market, plus Jorge Jesus' contract, to buy him out his contract. Because Benfica wanted to go, they said, listen, we're going to win the league title back, and we're going to go hard in the Champions League, right? Signed a whole bunch of players. But because of, this is the beginning of last season's Champions League, because of COVID, they changed the qualifiers. So in the qualifying round, it wasn't 2 legs, it was only 1. Benfica get drawn away in Greece, and they lose. So now they bet the farm 105 million to go hard in the Champions League.
Leeds.
They
Oh,
lose.
I see what happens then.
Like Leeds, yeah.
Here's the sliding doors moment. They have to let go of Ruben Dias.
Yes, yeah.
Because that's the biggest, most saleable asset.
And it changed Premier League history forever.
Changed the Premier League. So that game in Benfica completely changed the Premier League. Because would City have won without Ruben Dias?
No.
Maybe. But
No,
prob-
no, they
probably
wouldn't
not.
have.
Probably not.
He's one of the best defenders in the world.
He's the
There's
guy.
3 or 4 of him in the world.
And last season, right? Especially last season.
Player of the season.
So-
You can't,
so-
bro. Ruben
as a
Dias.
defender. So it's a massive sliding doors moment, and just put him on a back foot, because Benfica fans have gone, hold on a second, you left us for Sporting and did one of these as you left. Now you come back, you knock us out the Champions League straight away. Oh, by the way, Sporting won the league.
Oh,
So he's
And
just,
then Ruben Dias.
he's just on a bad footing. He's just on an absolute terrible footing with Sporting fans with the Benfica fans at this point. So he comes into this season, again, a lot of hope. Benfica is sitting third in the table right now, and the pressure is on. They want him out.
Yeah.
Benfica fans want him out. Even though he gets through the Champions League
Group stages.
terrible group, Bayern Munich, Barcelona,
Yeah.
goes through, knocks out Barcelona.
Yeah.
The fans want him out. White hankies all over.
Still now.
He's in Portugal. There's been white hankies for him the whole season. Benfica been winning. They win 7-1. They're playing amazing football, top scoring. Hey,
Get out of here.
they want him out because they've just had enough of him. There's even a website. Senzo will be able to see it on my screen. It is Get Jesus to Brazil. So the Benfica fans have built this website that has got a map of the world
Yeah.
with a line from Lisbon to Brazil. And each person that goes on there, every 10 clicks moves him a kilometer.
You know what the funny thing
Till
is?
he
He
eventually
looks like the Christ the Redeemer statue. The gestures that he's making.
He's doing that Christ the Dreamer pose.
Yeah.
And every 10 people that go on and click on it, he moves a step closer to Brazil. Right?
Amazing.
They want him out of it. Beautifully designed site. He was linked to the Arsenal job when Arteta was under pressure. He was spoken about at Tottenham.
Yeah.
He often gets linked, but now he's going to go back to Brazil. The latest is that him and his coaching staff have all agreed terms to go back to Brazil.
To Flamengo.
It's just to Flamengo. It's just a matter of when, right? This is how this guy's rounding up his time at Benfica. His last game for Benfica, last night, in the Portuguese Cup, or his latest game, in the Portuguese Cup, round of 16 against Porto, at Porto,
Yeah.
Benfica are down 2-0 in 7 minutes. They're down 2-0 in 7 minutes. This game, it's a typical Portuguese game.
Yeah.
2 goals, 4
You're like,
disallowed goals.
this is it.
Ended 3-0 to Porto, 2 red cards, Otamendi getting 1, and a massive brawl between both benches.
Oh, wow.
Sergio Conceição and Jorge Jesus
Oh, awesome.
going at each other.
In there.
Yeah.
Just going at
In
each
there.
other. So if
Because
this...
Conceição's a Porto guy, eh?
Conceição's a Porto guy. So if you're going to...
But Porto are developing a habit now.
But that's
Bench
Porto.
brawl
No,
now.
no, that's
But
no, no.
it's
Yeah,
part of their
it's been,
game.
yeah.
Since.
Since, yeah.
It's part of their style.
Oh.
So if that's going to be his last game for Benfica, what a game to go out. What a way to go out. If he stays, Portuguese have a little bit of a break. There's a game next week, New Year's Eve. Oh, they're playing Porto again, by the way.
In the league.
So in the league. So he's going to go out with a bang, right?
It's going to spinning kick.
I hear our music going.
Conceição.
I have to just tell you something. So he gave Joao Cancelo his debut.
Jesus.
Only played one game. Joao Cancelo was already set up to go to Valencia. Gave his debut. Must have been part of the deal
Yeah.
to jack up the price. He gave Bernard Silva his debut, right? As left back. Him and Bernard Silva don't like each other.
Oh, you paid him left back.
So when earlier this year, when the Benfica president changed, Bernard Silva said, finally, now the club can move forward because there was a lot of money laundering and tax evasion issues, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, well, thank God this man can finally get out of there and Benfica can become the club they want. Jorge Jesus says, for many years, I wanted to talk about Bernard Silva. He messed with me for many years. He's now having a go at the club president who helped him grow and who continues to provide great conditions for young people to go to better clubs. There are many defects a man can have. This is talking about Bernard Silva. But the worst thing is to be ungrateful.
You're right. He's right.
So he said, I gave this man his chance and now he's coming out talking a lot of crap, wanting me to drop senior players, and then comes and threatens me, says, well, if you don't play me, I've got this contract at Monaco. The president said I can go, you got to let me go. They don't like each other. Bruno Fernandes, on the other hand, loves him. Bruno Fernandes says that before he arrived in Portugal, he didn't understand tactics. Jorge Jesus taught him tactics and turned him into the player he is.
Yeah.
Even when Benfica won, I think, one of the leagues, Nemanja Matic, he also played under...
Sensational player. Chelsea legend.
At Benfica, he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Lindelof also played for Jorge Jesus.
In fact, he went Chelsea, Chelsea.
Yeah, there was a
Come
weird...
on. Oh.
And Ramirez was
That was a
involved in
bad
that.
divorce. Like, I shouldn't have left. My other wife that I had,
Was
not as good as
actually
you
fine.
are.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the stuff, come home. Yeah.
So
Plus, I haven't
does
even
that.
changed the
So,
bedroom.
I think when Benfica won something, Matic and Bruno Fernandes sent a photo of them together saying, well done, congratulations, boss. Jorge Jesus' reply to Matic was, look after my boy there. Okay. So as much as he hates Bernard Silva, loves Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, well,
You,
Bernardo Silva plays for City.
exactly.
Naturally.
No, well,
He's always made bad
the red
decisions.
stuff. I mean, look at the colour Benfica wear, bro.
Red is,
The Red Devil.
The Red Devils, you got to do it. So now we wait with bated breath what's going to happen to Jorge Jesus, because now it's up to Rui Costa, new Benfica president, to decide what to do here. Because does he let Flamengo buy him out the contract? Does he force him to quit? Or does he fire him? Now Rui Costa is new Benfica president. This is the first big call he has to make. What I like to imagine, this is what I love to imagine. Rui Costa, the Benfica president, calls Jorge Jesus in there. Does all the groundwork. It's not working out. Fans don't like you. This is what's happening. Here's the paperwork. Here's what you need to sign. This is the lay of the land. Just sets it up for him. And at the last minute, Batistuta walks in. You're fired. So Rui Costa sets up everything beautifully. Batistuta pulls the trigger. And I think that'll be a perfect scenario that I'd like to imagine.
The two...
Betty Costa, because Rui Costa's a nice guy. He's going to set everything up. the final pass, but the killer's going to be Batistuta. So that's what's going to happen. So we wait till we see Jorge Jesus. What a great time. It is the story of Jesus round about Christmas. He may be a Flamengo player, manager by next week. And I'll tell you what, it'll end in tears. You never go back.
And this Jesus story is so similar to the other Jesus. He's been out to pasture. He's gone through the pits of hell. He had to go really
He
far.
spent 40 days in the desert.
That's what
40 days and 40 nights.
He had to go really far away to find himself.
Yeah.
And then return.
And
to
he got tempted with everything.
and nobody likes him, even though he keeps giving.
Yeah.
Giving.
And now he's sacrificing himself.
And look at this.
Now they're nailing him to a cross.
Imagine.
He triggers my father. If I want to get my father going, all I say, you see what Mini Jesus.
Yeah.
You see what Mini Jesus said this week?
Is your father Benfica guy?
No, he's sporting, but he hates Jorge Jesus because he's such an attritional character.
So
He'll
he's-
always just have a go at somebody.
So you're on or off. It seems to be a Portuguese thing, eh? 'Cause-
Listen, he's so hated because he's the Benfica manager, super successful,
Yeah.
plays great football, speaks a lot of crap, and of course Porto and Sporting gonna hate him.
No, that's the problem is that he's destabilizing. It's like being the Man City manager. You're always going to be hated.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Arsenal and Man United. It's why Chelsea are so hated.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to.
And he acts like the victim. I mean, Benfica spend a
brilliant.
lot of money, but he always acts a little Benfica.
So he-
Oh, poor us. He did call out after the Champions League, before the Champions League draw, he wanted Real Madrid. He said, bring them, I want them. And of course, in the first draw, they got Benfica. They got
Oh, yes, yeah.
Benfica got Real Madrid. And he called it. He said, I want them. He said, we're going to get them. I want them. We're knocking them out. This is the kind of guy he is.
Oh, you've been holding Spain like this. I showed you the Barca and I showed you the Real Madrid.
Due to a technical.
No, because someone said, make sure it's Lil again.
As long as we've got you.
It's the miracle of Jesus.
Someone said, make sure it's Lil again. Said, James, you've got me, right?
George Jesus.
Said,
Huh?
Oshivin.
George
Oshivin,
Jesus.
good right this time, but make sure
Oh,
it's
that's what happened. Roman phoned Arshavin.
Then he found out, to a countryman. He said,
He said, boss.
Andre,
He said, da.
da.
That's it.
That's all he Boss him again. Da. Click.
He said, no. Atleti complained, don't worry. We're on. Because he knew which ball had
No.
Lil and which one had.
Listen.
Top warmer.
They're Russian. They figured it out.
Da, they
It's
knew.
Lille again. Technical error. That's it. Tell them that. I'm gone. I'm on my... don't phone me. I don't have signal on the yacht.
What killed me because every team that was second, that wasn't German, well, there's only one German team left, wanted to avoid Bayern Munich. Atleti saw, they said, no, we need VAR.
Yeah.
It's hot here.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you see with the type of football we're playing?
Things aren't working out right now. George Jesus, eh? What a story. What I love is that he's happy to be the anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like he's leaning into
loves it.
And all of this, because really, who wants this position in life? But he's going, I'm leaning into it. Plus, okay, because nothing gets out by mistake in the real world. He's leaking the contract thing. His PR guys are doing we've already agreed, I'm here because I want to be here. So he's antagonizing his own people.
You don't kick me out.
Yeah, listen, his father was a professional footballer. The guy's grown up in the game. He knows
Fantastic.
how it works.
I'm all for it. George Jesus, huh? Hated, loved, but never
Can't be
will
ignored.
Will not be ignored because I love it. There's no George Jesus. I will come back with that. And by the way, if you don't know George Jesus, please go Google him because his hair is exactly what Mo Salah should be aspiring to through surgery, as well. Classic Portuguese. Maybe older Costa's going. That's your hair.
Silver Fox. Yeah, you're growing, but
I was
you still
when I
got...
was young.
Speaking of Rui Costa, last week, if you're looking on YouTube, you've got to find something. Portugal legends versus Spain legends, five-a-side last week. Figo, Rui Costa, Pauleta, Vitor Bahia,
No.
Ricardo Carvalho. That was the five-a-side. I can't
You're not
remember
getting the
Spain
ball.
team, but that was the Portugal
Just
five-a-side
between
team.
Vitor Bahia and Rui Costa, the quality of hair in
Oh.
that side.
Phenomenal.
And then between Figo and Rui Costa.
He looks like Rod Stewart. Almost.
George Jesus, yeah.
Looks like Rod Stewart.
Yeah, that.
Great comparison. Luis
definitely.
Figo's went under the radar. He was also trying to be Clooney there.
Wait.
Figo with the hair.
Yeah, with the hair.
And he was always...
Figo's thirst trapped himself, eh?
Yeah.
People say
You must see him now.
Ronaldo. Figo before.
Yeah.
No,
Hair.
Figo now. You must see Figo
Yeah, Figo now.
Figo's in better shape now than when he
Yeah,
was
then
playing.
sitting there, not into management. Oh, what? He does something for UEFA or FIFA, right?
Inter Milan, he's
Yeah.
an ambassador. He's
Yeah.
ambassadorial.
See him in the suit there, just...
And I like... He
Owns half of Algarve.
What's it? Pinto. Pinto's the host of every FIFA event, right? He reminds me of... He's positioning himself as the football pinto. Like, and you hear Figo come and talk all the time because he's also a UNICEF guy. Have you seen
He's the Portuguese David Beckham.
Hey, listen, a pig head gets thrown at you. You got to assess your life.
It's going to happen once you make that call.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a Portuguese in him coming out. I don't mind upsetting you guys. I'm going to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I do not mind playing that role. Like, oh man.
Give
Luis
a
Figo.
Portuguese a chance to Portuguese.
They're Portuguese.
Or Portuguese.
Well said, and what a great way to end off, gentlemen. The end of a year, but the beginning of obviously we're working on other stuff. Can't wait for this for people to see what Ciavelis Nightler is doing. Paulo, awesome! What an awesome 2022. But we'll carry on with the podcast. I mean, next week there's plenty that's going to be happening. Hopefully, Man United games back on. I'd hate for you guys to be thirsty like that. Man, you too much, man. It's hot out here. Paulo, shout out to you having the second best house in your family, but still willing to host people. Hopefully, is the pool looking blue?
The pool's looking good.
All right,
I checked
excellent.
it this morning. Pool's good.
No, because you can't have
It's
that.
raining tomorrow, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I would swim just so that it's like, okay, at least he has a pool, pay some respect. And shout out to you, Paulo, hosting. I hope you have the best time because for me, I've always said it. I say it to everybody here who works here, family first. Like people are saying the Black Vin Diesel because it's about family. Those are two men who have had just about enough. Gentlemen, be safe. Senzo, be loved tomorrow. Have an awesome time with your family. Are you having with family? Oh, yes. Naled.
Again.
I'm not a good listener.
Yeah.
I'm not a good listener. I'm a bachelor. But you're not. So have a great time, family. Paula, have an awesome one because you are a family man. It's one of the things I love about you. Ryan, whatever you're doing, Festivus or Christmas, as the rest of us do, because you can't actually decide which side you want to identify with. Part ginger, part white guy, part Jewish, part legend. Have an awesome time. Sipo, have a great time. You're away from family for the first time. You'll actually be in a city and not the ruins of Pietermaritzburg for the very first time for Christmas in a while, I think. I want you to enjoy that. I want you to enjoy actually being in a place where you don't know the postman and the person who's the butcher.
Be Spider-Man. Far from home.
That's Maritzburg for you. Tiny place, but great place. So hope you have a great one. Welcome, a grown-up, a full-on grown-up. He'll be spending...
Black belt.
By the way, black belt.
belt.
We found out some information this morning. Right, welcome, quiet guy. He's here. I believe he lives here. I don't know. We may come back. There's Christmas decorations. Paulo, breaking news. That man over there you see on your screen right now. Black belt karate. That guy.
He even did that thing.
Yeah.
He knew what to do.
Arago. That's him. That guy is black belt karate. That guy over there you're looking at, welcome, has never said a thing about it. These are the most dangerous people in the world.
I know.
People
Samurai
always say,
Jack.
Because I have a rule. After 10 o'clock, I must get the bill or I must be at home. That's my rule. I don't go out after 10 o'clock anymore. People are like, welcome. He's quiet. Back in the day, you could go out 4 ways, club boats.
Oh.
There's MMA guys now. There's people like welcome now. The guys who don't talk will make you a human pretzel. I don't need to be that.
In front of, and you know when you were going out, there was still...
No, that's not me.
The Twitter thing was just getting... No, you'll be a meme.
That's not me.
You will be a meme.
That is not...
Pretzel meme.
Because it's all the guys that talk. I don't mind going face to face. It's guys like Welcome walking around. It's guys like, who's the Drickus? I met Drickus. He doesn't talk. How's it put like that?
But Khabib as well.
No, it's the guys who don't talk. That's why, Connor, now you're getting smacked because you talk too much. Who was the American lady? Who was...
Ronda.
She was talking too much.
The real... Go to WWE.
Mike Tyson, he didn't talk to mouth.
Baby voice.
I'm talk to mouth.
I don't know, man.
You get smacked by people like Welcome. Guys, to everybody, guys, you guys are awesome. It's the beginning of a journey. You guys are truly awesome. It's impossible to do what I'm trying to do all on my own. And I'm not just saying that. It really is impossible because I'm trying to do something on the world level, and it's not possible. We have to do it, and I couldn't think of a better bunch of people to have an opportunity to work and grow with. And it's only the beginning. To those of you who have invested in this show so far, it's just the beginning. Trust me, we want to keep bringing you the best in the world. We want to say from Africa, but for the world. So to everybody who has supported us around the world, including people in Turkmenistan, by the way, are listening to the podcast. So shout out to you guys. I hope you have the best Christmas of all time. Stay loved. We are living in difficult times, but if these 2 hours can be some sort of salvation for you, and the messages I receive across the board about how much it helps you for these 2 hours with mental health and just enjoying yourself. If we can offer you that, we intend to do that much, much further. From me and from the boys, until 2022, the MKT Show is, for now, the hell out of here.